The biggest station in the world, playing all of today's hits. You're listening to Instinct Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're now tuning into the very best. It's yours truly, Jazzy Fizzle, Fizzle, Fizzle. And this is Instinct Radio, man. Tune in, baby. Oh, boy.
What's going on? Good evening, good people. Welcome to another episode of the 710 To Slickville Show. I am your host, Jay Brown, a.k.a. Mr. 710, and we are back up in this thing one more time. Hey, I am joined today by, of course, my co-host, Mailman Moby. And we got a couple other new faces that you all hadn't seen, but you probably have if you're getting your hair done over here in Atlanta anywhere. But we gonna get to meet them here in a minute. Real quick, who I got to my right?
Jazz B.
We got Jazz B and
Mario McDowell.
And we got
Damian Flagler.
All right, and we're gonna get to know them a little bit more. And we're also, them hearts already going on your IG.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to get to know them. And we're going to learn how to go ahead and take care of our hair, learn about different hairstyles, different things to do with wigs, edges, lace front.
You're going to learn it. You're going to learn it.
They can come take the class.
Yeah, you're going to learn too much.
Yeah,
you're going to learn too much, but you're going to learn enough to want to come get slayed or learn enough to want to do something.
Hey, that's a check behind everything.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about. Because, you know, it's one thing like we see it all the time, but ladies don't want to hear that from us. Because we don't do it professionally. So we know what we like to see, but we can't tell you we can't say it right. And so like that's what we bring y'all in. Because it's just not going to sound right. Because I told Jazz, I was talking to her, and I was like, you know what? My wife said that she didn't think her head shape was appropriate for a hairstyle that I suggested. And she was like, it ain't got nothing to do with her head shape. And like she was like, real?
People feel like that. I feel like that sometimes.
I feel that way too. And that's the first. Well, I mean, that's one of the first things that they do teach you when you go to cosmetology school is to learn the shapes of someone's face. Something that will be flattering on one person and it won't have the same effect on someone else if you don't take in consideration, you know, the neck, jaw bones, bone structure, things of that nature. That's why everybody comes in one look like B and it's like,
yeah, but you know, women be talking about, oh, I got a pea head, I can't rock this style. You can rock it. You just got to get a version of it that you best can rock. It's not that you can't wear it. Just got to make it.
It's not going to look the same.
It's not going to look the same on everybody, but that's why you got to have the right stylist. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I say it comes to the styles and their skill sets, because a lot of people don't know how to take what you bring them and say, well, you're not going to look exactly like this, but we can manipulate it and alter it. Well, it'll be similar, so you're trying to meet them somewhere between.
Yeah, I got some questions about that, too. I definitely got some questions about that. But look, everybody, you all know how we do this. This is an interactive show. So if you hadn't shared this feed already, go ahead and share it on Facebook, share it on Instagram, share it on whatever feed you watching on. Go ahead and leave those comments. You know how we do. And if you get called in, if you have any questions, 478-569-6474 is the number to dial. This is the 710 to Slickville Show, and we got Jazz, Mario, and Damian up in the place along with Mailman Moby. Now look, hey man,
you slipping up.
Hey man, I'm getting old, man. You see all these grays? You see all these grays?
Yeah.
I ain't got as many as you.
You should have took that shot.
Where your microphone at?
I didn't have one, man. You can't hear me over there?
I can hear you. But
they can't hear me? Okay.
Is my microphone on?
Yeah, you on.
Mic check.
Yeah, you lit.
Mic check 1 2.
You lit.
That loud ass voice you got, you don't need a mic. You good.
You said what?
With that loud voice you got, you don't need a mic. You good. Sure. She let her crank up a little bit. Y'all see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I was gonna roll off everybody else.
Brand new to this. Go ahead, Jack.
Pass the mic.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, hell no.
Hey, so look,
Thank you.
we got a lot of good stuff, a lot of good information coming to you today. We also got some segments that if y'all want to participate, y'all more than welcome to. But you know,
why you keep looking at me though?
No,
but the way you're holding to be the change.
Right? Why you keep looking at me?
I gotta keep looking. I gotta keep looking.
Why
at
you
Jazz,
keep looking at me though?
Cause Jazz.
So she must be one that's gonna pop.
Yeah, she'll pop quick.
Oh, okay.
Tick tick boom.
Oh,
She's
so
already
that's
tick tick.
her.
So
She
she
boom.
just boom.
Oh, she just boom. Okay.
See, yeah. And so we got segments called "Would You Rather." Also out the mailbag, things not to say
Throw me
after
to the
sex,
sharks.
and things that got you in trouble as a kid. You know, we all.
Oh God.
Oh God.
We all got.
No,
We all got in trouble as kids. We all
Lie.
got in trouble as kids, and so I know everybody got a little something for that.
Oh, what can I
1, 2, 3.
say?
I want that.
Oh, so that's what we're starting.
Oh, you just
No, we're not gonna start.
okay.
We're gonna start with what we really.
You
here
just wasn't
for.
good though.
No, I was good.
You were good?
Yeah, I was a good kid.
How many beats you get?
I can probably count.
But
on
you
one,
know what?
on
But
two
you know what's the
hands.
crazy part? In black families, it's not uncommon for the good kids to always get ass whoopings. I was the eldest of 5. I never really did much anything wrong, but you sure better believe if my siblings fucked up anything,
You gonna get in
Loretta would
trouble.
tell
Right.
man, y'all
So
do
you
not
called
You
them.
got a
understand.
whoop for nothing.
No, I got a whooping for something.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna learn to be a leader today.
Oh,
And so if
okay.
I leave, and her mind was, if I'm not in this house and you're the eldest, it's your job. Understand? I had a job as a kid.
yeah,
Your
yeah,
job
yeah.
is to make sure that my house is the same way it was when I left.
And if it wasn't, it's
And
your
if it
fault.
wasn't, that was my ass.
That's you.
Oh, hey,
That's your
understand
beating
that.
for the day.
Oh, it's okay. I just got that back later on that line.
I understand that.
Hey, I got my share. I already know. I wasn't bad though, but it was always look.
I was just
You was the youngest though.
I
You
had
was one,
weird
you was one of the
things.
youngest.
Yeah,
You're pretty
yeah.
sneaky. Like, oh yeah, like no, you just
No. I used to just be
no.
chilling.
And if and when
I was
someone said they were just
goofy.
I think she done
misunderstood,
climbed out a couple of
Yeah,
windows.
more like
Goofy.
and no one understood why you would do that.
I used to laugh at everything, so even when I was in trouble, it was more like, really? I ain't that serious. It's like, I can't stand you more, so then I want to beat you because I'm making a joke out of everything. But I got caught. It didn't work all the time. I used to get beat.
What's up, my auntie in here? I see you, auntie.
Look at my nephew. Oh, look at
I
my
see you,
nephew.
AT.
This on the Facebook chat.
See why you got it? Why you
Oh,
got to
see,
Why you got to say it
we
like
didn't
that?
get
Though?
link. Like
Y'all go ahead.
y'all
and,
don't want to include us.
No, get it started. That's all good.
Hey, we in here, dude. Hey,
Jazz,
You know I'm so not social media savvy.
Exactly. See, it's all good.
I'm gonna do better.
It's all good. So look,
Yeah.
let's jump
I
in.
think.
Let's jump into this hair stuff. Right?
So what's the name?
Hair stuff.
All right. So when did y'all first start doing hair? Like what first head you did? When was that? Do you remember?
I remember.
Oh my
the
yes,
goodness, I'm
but
gonna
no, that's just
laugh
that quick.
so hard.
Because it goes right back to this. I'm just telling y'all about my childhood. The Elsa 5 kids, there's one girl. And so my mom, Lord rest her soul, I love that woman to death. My mother, my sister has this is how her natural hair texture look. Dark skinned chocolate girl, long wavy hair. And my mom would never let her go to the salon. She would always want to press it herself to keep the integrity of her hair. Well, my own dudes got too busy. So someone else had to take the reins of doing her hair. And my sister was my first press. And my mother, as mean as she was at the time, she took the straightening comb, put it on the stove, ran it through my sister's hair once. Understand what I'm saying? Just once. Tested on the towel and everything. Said, "That's how you do it. If you burn your hair, I'll fucking kill you." And walked off.
straightening comb. You old enough for a straightening comb?
So what?
You old enough when y'all using straightening
Dude,
comb?
I was like somewhere between 10 and 12 years
Boy,
old.
that straightening comb, that grease and that
Well,
grease
you
hit
know
that
straightening comb
scalp.
go
That blue
way
magic?
back.
Man, I used to get popped with that comb all the time. What? That
This-
comb used to be hot. It was just the
Okay.
steam.
Alright.
It's just
That was
the
the
steam.
biggest
No, it was the
that
comb.
was the
The
biggest
comb
excuse.
hit my scalp.
Well,
Period.
you
Sound like
alive.
popping grease.
You alive, so I guess you didn't. I take it you didn't burn her.
Oh, hell no. Yeah, no.
That straightening comb go through the hair sound like grease pop.
I think I was about 11.
11.
Yeah, I was doing box braids and a bob, and I was charging $25. My mama came home and beat the shit out of me.
For making money?
No, because I had people in her damn house.
While she was gone, you know you can't do that.
While she was gone.
Can't have no
I wasn't supposed to have nobody in the house, but I was in there combing some hair though.
You ain't getting. Did you get
Yes,
like
also.
a couple less licks because you was making some bread? Did she let you keep
She
it?
ain't yeah, I kept it, but them licks wasn't worth that keep though.
Shit,
I didn't do it again for a long time after that.
Word.
Yeah, word. No.
What about you?
Me, well, growing up, I never really wanted to do hair, but I remember my first wig installation. I put on this lady, and I just knew what I was doing. And the lady literally cried after I put the wig on her. She was like, "Oh my God, like what's going on? It's gonna look like this." I'm looking like, dang, like yeah, this how you finna look for a few days because this glue dry and it ain't coming off right now.
Would you say my bad?
It was like, but it was more like not even a lady. It was more like my friend. So It was like, dang, dog, I got you next time. I'm gonna get
Oh, you was test driving?
Yeah, I was testing them. But it was for a big event, so it was more like, dang, she trusted me for this. So, but she was still cute. We worked it out. It was straight.
What's up?
Look, I tried cutting hair for a little bit.
How'd that go?
I did myself first.
Never grew back, huh?
Hey, don't do that.
That's what I was thinking the same thing. I just
No, man.
I'm like, oh, okay.
It was a tragedy because I didn't realize how important guards were back in the day.
Yeah.
And so I just, my mom's bought me the
This
clippers.
is how I fucked up art, right?
And I was, I went in the bathroom, closed the door, started cutting my hair. It's probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours later, man. I was still in the bathroom and moms came in. I was crying, yo, like I can't fix it. I can't fix it. I had to go to school the next day and they dragged me.
Wow.
Did you cut it all off?
Yeah, it seemed like the thing to do was just shave it all,
Take
like even
all-
Steven.
Not
Oh, you didn't do
completely
it.
off.
Somebody else did.
She had to take me in. That had to be surgically fixed.
Oh my.
Not quite.
How
but
many
damn
beatings
near.
you get? Because you had to go spend money to get the rest of it cut.
You ain't joking.
No, I ain't get in trouble for that. The ridicule was enough.
The ridicule was
Lesson
enough.
learned.
That was enough. Yeah. But one of my college roommates did the same thing. Your cousin. Yeah. I ain't.
He on there.
Oh, he in here?
He in there.
To who? Call him out.
Oh,
Eric.
he is in here.
Eric.
Hey, yo, Eric. You remember when you tried to cut your hair when you said it was real easy because me and Terrell was doing it? And then you went in there, he did the same thing. And he was like, hey, Jay, you got to fix
Never
this,
again.
man. You got to fix it. I fixed it for him, but I had to show the rest of them. First.
Number one to the grain without a guard.
I told him, just take your time, man.
Just take his over. He messed up.
Nah, I just told him to take his time. Like, take
Like,
your time.
just chill. Like, don't get too excited.
Yeah.
And he was hyped.
And so it was one
A
of those-
slow jack up.
Oh, yeah, it wasn't good at all.
So you already knew what was about to happen.
I did.
So you basically set Eric up.
No.
Eric,
I gave him the warning
set
that
you
I
up,
didn't
bruh.
get. I didn't get the warning. I gave him a warning like, man, it's not that easy. There's a reason why.
Did he take your girl?
But did he
So
watch
he didn't
YouTube
take it
first?
serious.
Did he watch YouTube first?
No, he didn't do that.
Man.
YouTube wasn't popping like that back then. I'm old.
Well,
man.
YouTube
Yeah,
saving
we
a lot
old.
of lives. Like,
I want to burn YouTube down to the freaking ground. Throw the YouTube away.
YouTube saving a lot
Why
of
you
lives.
say that?
No, man.
Dude, well, you gotta be mindful that we work in a profession where,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
it costs a lot of money to get these
Yes.
skill sets. And then,
Yes.
you know, it kind of hinders the business when you have people that, don't get me wrong, we want to educate the public. I'm all for that.
All
But
for
there's
it.
certain things that people should not be trying if they're not licensed, if that makes sense. And what happens is, and this has happened more common, like say for instance, if Jazz learned something on YouTube, or she just learned something on her own. She started practicing it and started doing it. It works out really great. And then she tries it on someone else, and it doesn't come out the same. Or there's something that's even more critical that's happened beyond that. I've seen that happen a lot. And it's more so, you know, people don't think about the variables of what could possibly go wrong. And they don't have the skill sets or the knowledge to know how to fix that. And so that's why I personally have. It's cool to go in and learn how to do like a cute little style, but certain things I honestly don't think should be on YouTube. Some people, I mean, it's almost like you can go on YouTube to learn how to do open heart surgery, because they post everything
Yes.
on there. Yeah, and certain things just should not be. And if you have to be licensed for it, you should not be practicing it
Exactly.
without one. That's just my feel.
I fixed my lawnmower this past week
Because of YouTube.
I mean, I understand.
Saving a lot of lives.
It's saving a lot of lives, but you know, a lot of people are on YouTube, and you know, a lot of people do learn how to do certain things. If you learn how to do something and you want to implement it, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, take your talents, go to school, get certified, get licensed for it. You know what I'm saying? Pay your dues. It's kind of disrespectful to the people that, you know what I'm saying, have went to school. Oh, Sally Mae, you know, oh, Department of Education, you know, got to pay them fees every month, every year to renew,
Hey,
you know,
Nicholas
got to do
Little.
the continuing education. You know, we're liable for that. So it's kind of unfair to the people that are actually licensed if we got a whole bunch of people that are not licensed out here doing or practicing the same thing that we're practicing.
And the people out there, and not like I said, it's not I really do have a gripe, but people don't realize that these type of things actually do affect the industry.
They
So
do.
right now they're trying to do away with having a Cosmo license.
Really?
No,
Which
yeah.
is
Oh, that's
Yeah, and it's because it's so hard. Everything's about money. Let's be very clear about that. Everything's about money. And it's hard to track certain people that are doing these styles or that are becoming at-home kitchen titians and stuff. So the government's not getting their cut, if that makes sense. And it's really getting pushed. Like we had that big vote that went through. Well, they was trying to pass a couple of years ago, where they was trying to do away with you having to have a license. And people don't realize how stuff like that actually does affect, our industry, because you can lose a lot of education and a lot of jobs and stuff like that because it's just a free for all. Versus, if that makes sense, instead of having to be professionally trained for that.
710 of Slickville, who we got on the line?
Man, this that boy EI.
Oh, what's up?
Hey, what's up, E? How you living, man?
Your hair grew back
Man,
yet?
y'all started talking about me, man. I had to go in.
Hey, man.
Nah, but it's mad crazy because Jason always made stuff look so easy. Everything, basketball, tennis, just sports he made up. Man, everything was easy. So I was like, man, I can cut hair. I mean, shoot, Jason can do it. I can cut your hair. No. It was a bad move on my part, man. It was a bad move on my part. I had a whole new respect for the whole haircutting game when that was said and done.
Hey, man. That was a funny day, man. I big ups for you calling in and, man, telling giving that little story.
I didn't get to see it that time either, man.
Hey,
Has
man.
there been a second attempt?
Oh yeah, I cut it religiously now. The problem was I
was like, he good
I didn't
now.
really listen to him the first couple of times, but then I started listening to him and then practicing when they couldn't see me and putting the hat on my head. So then I was good. So I cut mine and my two boys' hair all the time now.
That's what's up.
See, Eric has a method for everything. He has to test it himself first.
Yeah, hey, I know he saved some money cutting the boys, but listen, go get your license. So that
well, no, I mean
No,
that's different.
no,
I mean, that's
it's
him doing here.
different.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
okay.
It's different.
Cause there's some barbers out here that's trying to cut some little boys' heads, man.
Hey, but real talk, like if I got something to do, like I went to Jason's wedding. When I go to Moby wedding, I mean, I'm gonna get my hair cut by a professional. You know what I'm saying? When I go somewhere real professional like that. But if it's just going to work and back to the house,
Threw that way,
you gotta get it in, man. You gotta get it in.
Hey.
I perfected it now. It's a science, man. I perfected it.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. I appreciate the call, man. I like how you said when you go to Moby's
I
wedding.
knew that was coming up. I knew y'all gonna say that.
I slid it out there. We finna get it right. He's still in the A right now. So he got to go and get him one before he sneak back out to Florida. Yeah,
I gotta get one from. Okay.
Yeah.
He over here recruiting online.
I hear you. E.
Hey, he likes spending money, so it should be easy for him to find one. He good. hey, y'all be good, man.
Don't start,
I'm
man.
listening to the rest of the show, man.
Hey, appreciate it, man.
All right,
Appreciate the
Kim
call.
Yeah.
Hey, ladies, y'all heard that he ain't married. Shoot your shot Mondays, 478-569-6474.
Wow.
Shoot your shot.
Hey, so just in case y'all didn't see this last one come in, we had Tiana. How you say it? Tiara. Tiana. Okay.
And she done snuck in.
Just snuck up in the building.
Like a princess. Okay.
Go ahead and introduce yourself real quick since we already know one thing about you.
Nah, y'all can't do me like that now. All right. I'll take it.
All right, now.
All right, y'all. Well, I'm Tiana. I'm a hairstylist, of course, here in Atlanta. I'm a hairstylist here in Atlanta. Shoot, a little bit about me. I work on TV and film. I have a salon in Smyrna. I'm pretty much just out here grinding. So, I work on Love and Hip Hop 4 seasons now. I dibble and dabble with different people, travel, do hair. It's just my love, and it kind of just kept growing. You know what I mean? So it's been a blessing since then.
All right, so we asked them earlier. Do you remember the first head that you did?
Yes.
The very first.
I do. I do remember
how
the very
old was
first
you when
head.
that happened?
So basically, I have twins. They're 8 years old, and I was, I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I was trying to figure out a way to come up with some extra coins. So, the best friend was like, why don't you do hair? Your hair be cute all the time, So I was like, well, that ain't really my thing. I don't really know how to braid. I don't know how to do stuff like that. And she was like, man, you could practice, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you can get, you know, some quick coins that way. So I was like, all right, cool. And of course, she like, you know what I'm saying? You can do me first, you know. Your friend want to get that free hair.
She want that free.
Yeah, once I did that, posted it to Facebook because, you know, Facebook was, of course, bigger than Instagram back then. Yeah. And it just kept rolling, and that's pretty much how I started. That's how I got my hands into hair, just like that.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. So at what point did y'all realize, like, this is gonna be my money maker? Like, because, you know, LeBron was like, yeah.
Man, I thought I was gonna be a judge. Seriously.
I was supposed to be a lawyer.
I want to be an anesthesiologist.
She trying to put him under.
But it's
great for it. No.
Put a sleeve.
That's why she got them shades on. She trying to put them to sleep.
But that's so weird. Every hairstylist I've ever met, it seems like being a hairstylist was never that dream job of having it.
I mean, it was a talent I always had, but I never thought it was something that, you know what I'm saying, would be my actual career. So I've been licensed and doing this for 19 years.
My mom,
19 years now. Yeah.
That's what's up. That's a blessing.
You don't even look like you.
That's all I was like, dang, 19 years. Okay.
Hey, we're going to talk about those secrets a little later. We'll talk about those secrets a little later. My mama was a stylist. She was a stylist when I was growing up.
I know, right?
My mom was a stylist when I was growing up, and I used to always say, I'm not going to be like my mom. And ended up being like my mom. Like, I didn't want to do hair because when I used to get my hair done, I used to always get beatings while I get my hair done because I never would stay still. She's pop me and stuff. So I was like, hair ain't for me. Because I ain't like to get my hair done, so I ain't never thought hair was for me.
I didn't think you could make any money from it. That's why I didn't want to do it.
Yeah, that's what they would say.
My background is actually in HR and management. I was a staffing coordinator and a staffing manager for a recruiting company, and was actually really good at it. But it wasn't one of those things that you wake up every day and you're excited about going to work. I was actually encouraged by really loving friends that actually said, you know, you're pretty good at this, and I quit my job. Which this is when you say that you trust God, because faith comes at a price. And, you know, in order for him to do what he has to do, you have to show him that you're willing to believe in him. And quit my job. Of course, no money now, because it's everything that you got now, you got to save up for bills because you have no job. Right. I found the mentor that I can work with. Is Sharonda O'Daniel. And my first paycheck at this salon that I was working at as her apprentice, I made $15. And for about a month, every shit that was a hard time. $15. I'm being so serious.
Boiling.
After that, it was $30 a week, and all I kept on thinking was, you did the dumbest shit in history. You got to be the biggest fool on the planet on this earth. My mom, when I tell you that woman went ballistic, she said, you literally walked away from a career to just go play.
Hey.
That's all she was just going to play in some hair. And look at you now. And so, Hair to Go Salon, they used to have $18 washing set on Mondays. And that's how I used to make money.
I don't know about that.
And just do those washing sets. And my goal was to try to get at least, 10 heads a day. I mean, 10 heads because they only did on my dad. Get at least 10 heads, so that was $180. That was better than the $30 that I was making. Went from that to doing brows and makeup. I don't know how to do makeup. Doing brows and makeup, but women like that. I don't know if they thought I was cute or if they really did like it. But I was just playing with, just trying to make a couple dollars.
You a man, so they like anything a man do on them. They don't care. They don't care. As long as you a man and you playing on them.
I was gonna ask about that.
They can be jacked. You can be jacked up, girl. He did me, boo.
To cut the story short, went from there. I started quitting. I said I'm gonna see this through, pass off flyers, put myself out there. The next week turned to $200. That week turned to $400, and then before you know it, I'm
look
at
you now.
above a week. And so it's like it took a little time, but it was worth it. And this craft is a lot for me to like. I've literally have seen so much of the world, and it's because I do hair, and so I never perceived that curling some hair would do that. People actually. Well, I go to but people.
But
do
you know what?
For a living.
Me coming up, like I used to go to the salon and the barbershop. We like idolized like. Stylist was like, we was popping back then. Like, you sitting there and you be like, damn, she doing it. She curling some hair, man. I want to be like her, but I didn't think I really want to be like her. But you know what I'm saying? We just looked up to hairstylists. It was just something. It was just so girly and just something to do. And it was just amazing how they used to twirl them damn Marcel's. I ain't used the Marcel.
You was bad. You could twirl the Marcel's.
Trying to cool them things down real quick.
But no, you was really bad if you could twirl them and look the opposite way. Like, you have the conversation, but you talking, you just twirl them like
Right.
They looking like, what the fuck? No, it was a thing.
What is a Marcel for all the guys in
They know.
The old iron that you put in the
It's a
stove.
metal cordless
Yeah.
iron that you will put in the oven to heat up. So it was
You
not
gotta
electrical.
cool it down, cause you just go
If
get
not,
that
you
hair,
burn.
you sizzling all the way.
Right.
You're taking the hair with the Marcel.
And the whole place smoked up. I'm
Yeah,
telling you.
yeah,
So you
you're
gotta have your
smoking.
paper towel or your towel on deck.
You
You know what I'm saying? That blue magic hair grease.
That blue magic is burn me up.
Chevron
And
was
it
like,
still
no
is.
clue. Chevron was like, no clue what that is.
I don't think I don't even mix
this
it in with some
generation,
concoctions.
we don't. Well, that's where advancement comes along. You know, the reason why they wanted to do it with the Marcells, even though they're still effective, there was no way. Even though they did perfect it, remember they started making the ovens. They had the additional side where you can test the temperature of the Marcells. So that's why they would try to do it with them, because it was kind of really hard to gauge. You didn't know how much heat you was.
But they work well on weaves.
Yeah, they work extremely well on weaves.
And now,
You
was natural too. You got a nice little perm.
You still got a Marcel iron?
Yeah.
You do?
The whole set.
I got what? You got that Kentucky made, that golden hot. I'm going old school. Let me go ahead and check.
I haven't
Definitely a
used.
golden hat.
Golden hot.
Mine's was good turkey.
Golden hot is real popular.
So Mario talked about getting out and passing out the flyers and everything like that, and with the growth of social media, do y'all still get out and pass out flyers? Do y'all still run up on people? And be like,
Like if I see people, I'll give away my
Nah.
card, like on my Instagram or something like that.
But if people your Instagram, you're like, oh, what you do here? Let me see your Instagram.
That's
like,
what all they say.
That's your
Instagram.
business
That's what
card.
it is.
Instagram is your business card nowadays. Like
But-
how you your work, how you market yourself.
But some people I run into, they'll say like, I don't have Instagram, so I'll have it to give. But I don't really go out there and be like, oh, I'm passing out cards.
But I would still advise people that if you're new budding, I mean, we've worked hard enough where we don't have to do a lot of those things anymore. But if you're just now venturing out and up and coming, I would definitely recommend it, because if you're on social media and you don't have that much of a following, it's going to be kind of hard for you. Be personal. People need to know who's
Yes.
touching them. You know, and like I'm not even above for doing it myself, because people want to know. It's one thing to see pictures, but I mean, you're touching someone's head, and some people, especially ones that pay top dollar, no, they need to get a feel of you, and they want to know who they have interacted with them. Yeah.
They want to be comfortable. That's why.
Hey, the reason why I asked is because I remember back in the day when I was over in South Korea, you know, we'd be walking down the street where the foreigners hang out at, and you have somebody run up on you and be like, "Hey, man, you need to come check me out."
It's
That ain't
effective.
changed. That ain't
I mean,
not
it's
changed.
effective. I did it when I first started. I had them flyers ready.
And
Boy,
so
you
I was
couldn't
looking
tell
at
me
them
nothing.
like, wait a minute, I had hair then. But
When was the last time you went to a
what's
grocery
wrong with
store that had a barbershop beside it?
this? A couple years ago, it was at the city.
That?
It was actually inside. It was the city Kroger over on.
Wait a minute. Barbershop inside the Kroger.
No,
only
beside.
place
Well, you know that
that
sometimes they have like a
has
plaza, and then
it's
the barbershop's
inside.
like on
Yeah, I
the.
know
Oh, it
what
was
you're talking
inside.
about.
Inside,
Yeah, the one
yeah.
Cascade
On
right there at
Cascade.
Kroger. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know that's the only
It's
one
a
that I've
check.
ever
Wow.
seen.
Yeah, it's inside. Yeah, they had.
I don't know if I want half around my food.
A
I
barbershop
mean,
inside.
Walmart, you know, Walmart got this little
That's
inside,
Walmart.
you know,
In Kroger.
They be having barbershops too, though.
it's
in the
city
Walmart.
Inside the grocery store.
They have it.
Jazz. They
have it.
got.
And they got a little
They
beauty
do.
supply store in there too.
And a
They got a beauty supply
should
store.
do.
They got a. They
But
got
I mean,
a.
it's more like a little studio.
Boy, I don't get
off
out
to the
enough.
side.
I don't even.
You don't wanna
know
go over there,
around
though.
here.
Over off Cobb, they got a haircut place inside the restaurant.
Wait, no, wait a minute. Now, that's doing
Okay,
too
come
much.
on now. Here
Inside
I'm
the
thinking.
I forgot the name.
Fine.
It's
I'm
inside
saying.
No.
But I'm used to I be eating hair all day because I don't never get a chance
Yeah.
to break. Like hair be in my food. I know
Grease, you
spray,
eat
doctor
hair,
be
you
in my
eat grease,
food.
you eat
Grease
everything.
be Like
You
I
just-
be having glue on my
And make sure you
hands,
shampoo your
like,
client's
I'm
hair real
eating something
good.
Crazy.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah, nah, hair and food, nah.
Clients nowadays, they look at you crazy when you go use the bathroom. You can't sit there and drink a water.
Don't touch your phone.
Don't
let it
touch
beep.
nothing.
And you like,
they look
they
at
gonna
you
look at you
crazy
like, what
like,
you doing?
is you really taking
Real
a
quick.
break?
That's
I
'cause
got
they-
somewhere to
Mine
be
know
at
better.
this time.
Been in there forever.
Like,
I think
Yeah, I
it depends
respect.
on the client, if that makes sense. Yeah,
It
like
does.
some of my clients,
I don't have
do
them
wanna give
problems.
them that lux because I'm charging a certain price point, and then there's some. I mean, we've been rocking for each other for a minute, so it's like, hey, they like the personality. I'm gonna give them the real me, like it is what it
Right.
is. You don't want the I guess they call them the more upscale experience, but. At the end
Who?
of
Clients?
No, some of them just want to be chilled. They just want to relax. They want someone they can unwind to, be goofy, have a glass of wine. And then some, they
that's us all
want the
day.
experience. And people don't realize a lot of times, you ever see those hairstyles, and we see this a lot, or you probably seen it as well, hairstyles that work is somewhat mediocre, but, got the best of everything and they making big bucks. And usually it's because they're selling their clients an experience. You know, I know plenty of styles that can't do hair with shit, but when you go in, it's an experience and they got stuff laid out for you. I tell you, it's like going into Nordstrom's or, you know, up at Phillips at Saks, like they literally have it all laid out, and these women come out with these old school hairstyles.
It's about the energy, though. I feel like it's a lot about the
Yeah.
energy. It's about the feel, the vibe. It's the whole thing. And then
Definitely,
if people have a
definitely.
good spirit, people are normally attached to that. They rather come to somebody who they can really confide in and talk to and vibe with compared to someone who they like, dang, like, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to
You
talk to me.
don't want to feel uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Like, that's basically like your resting day. That's your day for you. You want to go feel beautiful. Like a lot of girls when they come in, they're like, oh my gosh, like I love your vibe. You're not like snobby. You're not stuck up. Like you don't have an attitude. But I don't feel like, why would I have attitude?
Why do y'all perceive each other that way?
Yeah.
That's a woman thing. I'm sorry. I don't mean. I'm not trying to be funny, but I mean.
No, but it's really. I've heard it a lot. A lot of people come in there like there's a lot of stylists I go to that are like rude. A lot of stylists are rude nowadays.
Because they doing it for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, they feel like, oh, you in my chair, like, you know.
It's true.
They
That's
feel
true.
like that. So
I've worked in a salon next to some, you know what I'm saying, names on Instagram, got good old following. You know what I'm saying? I'm like real good following.
Real
People
bad
come to them
attitudes.
thinking, oh, I'm about to meet this person, this experience. And I've watched these people come in there, they style is late. I'm talking about they might get their braid done, their pre-service, you know, with the assistant, and they still waiting there. Then when they get there, the client, oh, what you getting? Okay, cool. Put some earbuds in their ear and get to work. I've seen it. And I mean, don't talk to them the whole service, just do their hair. And I'm like,
That's horrible.
dang, you don't even know your client. Like you're not building any type of relationship, because that's what it's about. When you're a stylist, it's
That's
about
a
building
whole nother-
relationships.
That's how you get your
Period.
retention.
that's like your
you know what I'm
family.
saying?
Like you in the salon more than your home, basically. When you like
Yeah.
a hustler, like you won't be in that salon majority of your days of the week. So that's like your second home. When people come in there, for one, you want your atmosphere to be set, and you want people that's coming in, you are able to vibe with them. You don't want to be in there with your headphones in, acting like you don't want to talk to them.
That's true.
You know, it's crazy.
That's why they're in the
Did the
salon
client come
7 days a week,
Oh, I don't
hustling
know.
to get coins because they can't keep
don't
a
know,
client. Pretty much.
But you know what's so crazy? When I see a lot of clients with a lot of stylists with new clients, but I mean all the time, like you don't never see any of their old, that's like, you should already know off that. If you don't see any retention with your clientele, like you don't have the same people come in every 2-3 weeks to get maintenance, do this, curls,
You're doing something wrong.
whatever.
Yeah,
You're doing
yeah.
something wrong. You may be popping or quote unquote, but if you don't have retention, what's gonna happen 5-6 years from now when you're not as hot? Who's gonna be loyal to you if you wasn't building relationships with those clients that, you know what I'm saying?
All
I'm
my
trying to
clients
stay
that come to
with you.
Jay Glam, I love y'all. I do.
Real quick, I gotta ask y'all something funny. So one thing that I wanted to ask y'all about was talking about retention. Like, probably not y'all, but just in case it has happened, y'all have had a client come in, get their hair done, and then they turn around and it might be a month where you don't see them, but then they come back and you be like, now who been in your head?
No, I be
You don't-
chilling.
Yeah, I get them all. I get them.
You get
I
them,
get. I
right?
have.
You
I
can
have a
tell
couple
them,
clients.
right?
Oh, absolutely. But then they come back crying, hair
Like,
jacked
I
up.
cheated on you. My hair got messed up. I came up in 2 days, and I'm like, it's okay. Like that's what your decision. We're gonna make this happen today.
You still gonna have to come pay me though. You know what I'm saying? For that new service.
But I
Right?
tell you, I don't know why people think when they go, especially when it's freshly done, like they're supposed to get a discount because we don't work in a network together. That is not. We're just having the same profession, and they really expect for you to have some type of no.
Oh
You still
no.
gonna have to pay for that takedown. You
Yeah,
still gonna have to
yeah.
pay for that new
Yeah,
service.
and
Yes,
you end up
right.
spending
Because
more
my time.
Yeah.
than what you
Period.
have paid me because then you got the. Because to me that's a fix. You got it's
This is not hair cuttery. We don't do discounts.
And I don't like to work on other people's work. I'm like, we gotta.
Oh,
start
me
fresh.
either. And they
You
feel like
gotta
you being
start
rude when
fresh.
you
Got
say
to.
that, but it's better to start fresh. You trying to figure out how they did it. You trying to how work around this. Like
no.
just let me start from what
And
I
then if
know.
it get messed up after, they gonna feel like, oh, that's your fault.
Yeah,
No,
it's
boo-boo.
like no, I'm trying to
It's
fix a
not.
mess
You know
up
what I'm saying?
already.
I'm learning so much right now.
Gotta start fresh.
What?
I mean, not that.
But you know, this is why communication is key. 9 times out of 10, usually when someone does go see another stylist, is because they may want something that they cannot afford with you, or they may see something they think is cute and not uncertain whether or not if you can pull off. Especially if they see and they really like it. 9 times out of 10, they want the person that they saw do it. You know what I'm saying? Actually do it, and then some cases it works out. Sometimes it doesn't. Usually, if those clients are loyal, they'll just go get it curled or styled however and come back to you. Some cases they'll just go and try to save some money and get completely jacked up, and then it end up costing them more in the longer run.
So you get what you pay for sometimes.
It's true.
Tell
Keep your
me
girlfriends out of your head, ladies.
Yeah.
Because when them edges is gone, I can't bring them back.
Hey, so look.
Especially if it's past. I can understand if it comes from the root and it's a little grow back. But when it gets scarred and that follical gone, like that hole is gone. It's when that pore is gone.
That's why I tell my clients to no rest. Edges when it's gone.
Like when you wearing those laces and frontals and the glue stuff, your edges have to breathe every now and then. They want to come and get it constantly. I'm like, no, you have to let your edges breathe sometimes. And people be like, oh, this glue, it took my hair out. It's not the glue that takes your hair out. It's how you're removing it that takes your hair out. I wear glue all the time. I have all of my edges in long hair. So you can't just say, oh, the glue took out my hair. It's how you're removing it. It's a proper removal.
Application and removal.
No, not just that, and maintenance. It's easy to blame the person that installed it, or even the procedure itself, and that's why I hate when I go online. I see people say, "Oh, we just ruined my hair," or this and the other. No, it's all about maintenance. Your car, if you don't maintain it, it's going to break down. Your home, if you don't take care of it, it's going to break. Even your body, if you don't take care of it, it's going to So some people, I'm not sure if you had this happen. I had a girl put a weave in her head. I saw her 6 months later with that same weave in her head.
Oh, yeah. No, and that's what I be trying to tell them. Take your eyes.
Yes, that's definitely
wash your hair. Got cornbread on your scalp.
Yeah, I done got that call at 7 o'clock at night before crying.
Chat room just got started. Can a client get a do-over if they didn't like how if it didn't turn out as if they expected?
Well, first of all, before you leave my chair, I need to know that you're okay with it. First of all, that's the type of stylist that I am. First of all, if I don't like it, I don't expect you to like it. I'm a perfectionist like that. And I'm not going to let you leave with it. So you can get irritated and be like, what she keep doing? Look, I'm a stylist. If I like it, I know you ain't got no choice but to like it. And if you don't like it, say so. I have no problem fixing it. That's why I've been in business as long as I have.
Because one thing that I've seen like ladies come from the salon, they go home and go right to the bathroom and start.
Oh, that happens all the time.
You gonna do that? You gonna play in it?
Oh, okay. Well, I think to answer the young lady's question.
No, this is my dad.
Your dad.
Yeah, so Dad wanted to know what's up. Okay.
Dad, what? The wife came home with her hair jacked up, and he done what? What happened? You ain't give enough money to go get her hair done right.
No.
What happened?
I don't think that was it.
He's just probably
okay.
But no, if and when this does happen to you, you want to be vocal about it right there in the moment. I've had people, like I said, I'm not sympathetic to those things. Well, I'm sympathetic, but at the end of the day, I still need my check. And I've told several people before they come to me, hey, call the size back, especially if they call me the same day, call them back. Sometimes they'll give you a discount, they'll refund a little bit, whatever the case may be. But let's never pay for something if you're unsatisfied with it. Right. And people do that all the time. They will sit there and be in a chair and not like it at all and will still pay for it. Yeah. And then go back home and then cry. Then you got a group of people that's, well, just call back. No, as an adult, you should have the balls to, because in my mind, if you pay for it and you leave, then you like it. And sometimes it's not even a stylist. There are some people who are hell-bent on what I want. And you're telling them this ain't going to look right. This won't do right. In that event, no, this is just.
Show you better than
if I can show you this is what you want. You know what I'm saying? Now, that's why I say pull up a picture, especially if I'm telling you this ain't gonna look right on you. I want to make sure that we're clear across the board because, and some people are happy with the foolishness, and some of them go, you were right. What can we do? It's gonna cost you a little bit more to go ahead and get this fixed.
Gotcha. Yeah, that I can see how that could definitely make a difference. And like, hey, are you sure that you want this? The number 5?
He said the number 5. We ain't gonna be done.
No.
No, you know
the barbershop poster.
The barber.
They be like,
I'm like, they still have those on the wall now.
They do.
They do.
Yeah.
wow.
Give me the number 5 extra crispy.
Hey man, so look,
with a little bit of spray.
Before we go into this quick segment, we got a little commercial that we want to show everybody. It's a barbershop commercial, but we got to pay the bills around this thing. So this is a commercial from J Slicks, Lines, Low Evens, and Facial Hairstyles. Whenever we get that queued up, all right, let's go.
Do you still go to a barbershop? You ever get a bad haircut? Your current barber is old and only cuts an old man hairstyle. You ask for a number 5 off the barbershop poster and you got this? Or have you ever been violated by your barber by him putting his ding-a-ling on your arm or worse? If you said yes to any of these questions, you need to come on down to Slicks, Lines, Low Evens, and Facial Hairstyles. If no, We also sell bootleg VHS tapes, motor oil, old lottery tickets, empty Hennessy bottles, and Netflix passwords. Slick is an unlicensed barber who will not cut your hair, nor does he sell any of these products. He just thought it would be funny to make this commercial.
Hey, we appreciate Jay Slick's lines, Louise, and facial hairstyles for that for that little sponsorship right there. Hey, so like I said, we're gonna hop into a real quick segment, and then we're gonna get back to hair. We're gonna talk about things that got me in trouble as a kid. We already heard about one of the things that Damien used to do as far as not wanting to get her hair done when she was a kid that got her in trouble. But falling asleep in church was something that got me in trouble from time to time.
I used to do that too. I used to get popped.
Yeah, get that pinch to wake you up real good.
I used to hide.
That pinch with that twist.
I went and hid in the bathroom.
To go to sleep?
Oh my gosh.
And then while everybody else was in church service, I would go in the classrooms and play.
You was trying to hide while they were passing the plate around?
It was so boring.
but you know, that's the crazy part. That used to always bother me. What about somebody me even more? You see a kid is falling asleep before they even get in church. What do you think is going to happen when they get to church? You know, and then you walk in sleeping. The first thing you get comfortable, and you see beside your mom, your auntie or G-mom, especially G-mom, man, I'm passing complete out.
And it's hot.
And it's sometimes it be cold in there too. You be trying to get all.
You trying to get comfortable.
Trying to get comfortable.
You get jackets
Get
on
comfortable
your
with the
legs.
benches.
Choir be boring.
Or did you have the chairs?
We had
We had bench.
Yeah, we had them pews, them hard pews. Ain't no getting no comfortable on those. Straight
Yeah.
wood.
And Grandma
Like the ones
ran
that
out
was
of
so close up to your
peppermints.
knees,
Yeah.
so you couldn't stretch out none.
You was only
King
allowed
fan
one.
in the back.
Right.
Everyone got that fan.
One peppermint.
One peppermint.
Peppermint worked though.
No, it didn't.
It didn't work for y'all?
No, that did not work for me
Man,
at
I
all.
was
Oh,
like,
no.
They gave me the peppermint. I was done. I was gone.
Oh, they was having one of those good services, so they asked all the kids, and mind you, was not a part of the program, but they asked all the kids to come and become sane. And he
Ain't no none of the words.
don't know none of them. I'll play all this shuffle because you just woke up from a good
I was in the
nap.
choir when I was a child, and I cried when I seen the first person have the Holy Ghost. Like, I cried. I didn't know what was going on.
What you think was
I thought it
happening?
was a
I
demon.
thought something was wrong with her. Like, I was crying because I'm in the choir, I'm singing, and she's right next to me doing her solo. Then she just started screaming, hollering. She falling on me. I went to screaming too. Hold up. Lord, help me. Help me.
I've seen it so much. I just thought it was natural.
It was, yeah.
That was my first time
My
ever
first time I
since
thought it was
I
a
had
demon.
Holy Ghost. I cried.
really? I
I
used
was
to
like,
try to
get
figure
me
out-
off this
You
thing.
trying to figure out why I didn't get it. Like I was like,
I didn't want it.
You know what? I'm not playing.
I saw somebody bust their head.
come on.
Wow.
I'm serious. I saw somebody bust their head in church. I was like, man, I don't want that, man.
I wouldn't know. I hid.
Lord, give me somewhere else. 'Cause
You know what I used to hate though when you be in church and they be like, come to the altar, and they be trying to lay everybody out, and you know they like pushing you back, like lay down, like you need, like it's like oh the spirit, and you like some people might be falling out in the spirit, and then some people they really like pushing you down,
Right.
For real. Like
like,
I used to
go
hate
down.
that. I used to hate that.
It didn't get me. It didn't get me.
I used to get beatings for stealing oatmeal cream pies in the middle of the night.
Oh, I stayed in the refrigerator at nighttime.
I did. My mama, she took them out the box and she laid them real cute in the little bowl.
Uh-huh.
I used to tiptoe when she was asleep, go in the kitchen,
Oh, she was there. And you
sneak one, try to rearrange them so it didn't look like it, go in the bathroom.
But you ain't know she counted them.
You always go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
You in the bathroom.
Stay in the bathroom. Stay in the bathroom. I've been a real good in the middle of commercial.
You had to crinkle all that plastic?
Yeah, I had to flush the toilet and run the water while I undid because that plastic
She had
loud.
a plan.
I did.
She was hiding this. She was really hiding.
I was.
Y'all talking about honesty?
She was
Yo.
double upset.
My mom didn't care for. She used to let me do whatever.
Like,
Yeah.
she did everything.
I said
Not my
the
mama.
secret. Okay, how you trying
She-
to get you still
My mama counted them oatmeal cream pies.
Oh my gosh.
Watch.
misunderstood.
I used to get in trouble as a kid for how I looked. Like look, my parents got divorced when I was fairly young.
Explain
I looked like
that.
my dad. I stayed with my mom, so everything I did.
Just like your dad.
Looking like your damn daddy. Stupid ass look on your face.
Oh, wow.
I can't do
Every
nothing
time I look
about
at you,
I was like, y'all did this. Yeah, look at you looking like your daddy.
I'm not
Is your mama listening?
She might. She usually do, but
But we know Dad listening. But we know Dad listening.
You done told them, right?
I'm not really talking. They already know. I
know.
talk about them all the time.
Were you guys in like dancing groups when y'all were kids?
I was.
I was in a dance
at
group.
church.
Yeah.
I was in the choir. I started.
Nah,
I started the dance group in my
like
church.
the salt and pepper dance.
No, you know how you built your own clique in the
nah.
neighborhood. It was like you and your friends, y'all built y'all clique, and y'all was like a dance group type thing.
She was a dance machine back in the day.
That's what you used to get my ass whooped a lot. And that was actually my fault. You know, you got to have a place to rehearse, and my mom would always be gone. We're going to rehearse in the living room. I broke a vase. I broke the.
Oh God!
I broke a lamp once before. My mom had a glass table that sit right in the middle of the living room, and this is when that song "Candy Rain" was real popular. So we was rehearsing our routine, and right in the part, and I go to do the kick, and completely shattered the glass, and we all just stood there in complete silence for a good 2 minutes because I kept thinking about this ass whooping I was about to get when she got home.
Man.
Yeah, that was it.
I would have had to clean it up.
Just waiting on.
Did y'all used to get ass whoopings?
Who didn't?
Yeah.
Did y'all used to sneak and put a whole bunch of clothes on before?
No.
You didn't have time.
You had time.
No.
You was just look.
You
She said,
I need cushion.
Okay, she was preparing for everything.
Give me some layers.
Y'all used to get beats
That
with my
was gonna make it
switches.
worse.
No, this was the
No,
go
I
in there
ain't
and pull
get
your pants
You
down.
ain't get no
I got
switch.
that.
I think the worst
What?
whipping I ever had was from my
Put your
dad.
pants down.
It was
I
the only
know.
whipping I ever had from him, and he had this thick black leather belts. And I want to say I was probably like maybe like 8, 9. And I don't know. I don't even remember what I did. I just know that was the worst whipping I ever had. Like that was the worst whipping I ever had. I never had a switch, none of that. Like that got me right. It took one time.
Did he concentrate on one area? Did you get it all over?
Nah, it was really just back of the leg type.
Ah, shit, girl, you got
When
it
that
good.
one area, ooh, that just mess
It
you
was
up
like-
right
Yeah,
there.
it was.
I try to jump
You ain't about the
around so
worst
I can
whipping
get
ever?
multiple
That
areas.
was
You
The
just
worst
laying it on
whipping
that one area,
in
boy.
history. My first day of kindergarten. My very first day of
Kindergarten?
school. Yes, my very first day of school.
He was getting the jaws dropped.
But no, let me tell you why. I was attached to my father, and they took me to school. I kind of remember the way that because they walked me to school. So I walked in, and my mom them dropped me off. I don't know these people. I burst out crying. I just walked out to school, and I walked all the way back home. And my auntie, I knew my way home. I got home, cried it all. It took me longer to get there than it did. So I took an alternate route, but got there. My auntie helped me. My mother came home from work. She beat me. They didn't know. They didn't know. I just left. I snuck out. I guess when they was doing like a. I'm not sure how I got to school, but I walked out the front door.
Boy, you can't do that in these days. You been done got snatched.
Baby, Loretta beat me to no end. You ever get a whooping so bad you
he
can't
said
sit
Loretta.
down?
Yeah, you said Loretta. You got,
Oh no, it didn't stop there. Went to the school and my mom going off on the principal because she trying to understand how did this 5-6-year-old kid get out the school and make it all the way home. So when she left, the principal took off her belt and she beat me.
That's when the principal.
Oh no, it's not done. It's not
Did y'all
done.
used to get whoopings in school? We did. We had the paddle.
My mom.
That's why I got the ruler.
Y'all didn't get whoopings in school?
I think that was gone.
You didn't get whoopings in school?
My mom slapped me at school one time.
No, I'm saying from the principal.
I got a paddling from a teacher.
No.
Yeah.
The principal, she
They
got
had the
good.
holes
The
in the
principals
paddle.
used to paddle us in school.
And the teachers.
And I'm from New Hampshire. They ain't do that there.
That's because it was
Oh, well,
all white
you know.
Hardly
people.
even any black people.
Maybe that was a southern thing.
Yeah,
That's
that's
definitely a
you had the
southern
paddle
thing.
on the ruler.
No.
It's
Yeah,
black
I
people in
used-
New Hampshire.
Yeah, there's black people in New Hampshire.
6. It's like 6.
Dang.
I
No,
didn't
there's black people in New Hampshire.
Oh, okay.
She only had one beating in her life. She in New Hampshire. They don't
No, I
get they
had
don't
more
get
than
beat in
one, but I'm
school.
saying
She
that
got
was
put on
the
punishment
one.
all the
That
time,
was the
though.
one. That was the one.
She
You know,
had
light
time
skinned
out.
folks that
For my
get
dad, that was
whoopings.
the only one I
Huh?
ever had.
You know, light skinned folks that get whoopings.
It's on show. It's on
No,
show.
we definitely get
You
whoopings.
see how all of us got these abusive stories?
I ain't playing with you.
They help
Grew up in
groom
New
us, and she just
Hampshire.
up here like, oh, you know, yeah, no.
And
No,
I
I
got
ain't never had. I was the youngest though. I was the baby.
that-
I was
wow.
literally the last leg. My oldest,
Oh, yeah.
my
You
closest
had it
sibling
easy.
is 7 years older than me.
She had it easy.
Your parents are like that.
They're
Horse and bike by
they're
then.
all older than me. So I was a little.
She didn't
spoiled,
even
I
get
ain't
put
gonna
in time out in New Hampshire.
I guess I was just mischievous, and now that I think about it, I did, man. Anybody used to shake the candy machine at school?
Would I put money in it?
Yeah.
I did it at the bowling alley.
I'm like, if I ain't get out what I paid for, I would shake it.
I mean, you know, you put some in there, you see a bag of M&Ms hanging. You know, you try to.
Oh,
you try to.
Let me get 2 for 1.
You got to.
You got to.
Let me get the 2 for 1.
You try to shake it, but I
Somebody
got
gotta
caught
get their
shaking
money
it one
worth.
day. Yeah, that one. I missed a school bus trying to shake it.
You getting caught too much.
I ain't missing no school bus.
I did. I wanted them M&Ms.
I used to miss the school bus all the time.
You have to go back home and be like, I missed it?
School. I never used to
Tell mama I missed the school
Go home and tell her you missed it?
No, I used to walk my behind to school. I was not missing school. It was not happening.
I used
not
to
in my
have to
house.
walk.
Not in my
too
house.
close
That was
to
one thing you
school.
don't do is miss school. No. Mm-mm.
I barely reached the
No.
mark where like I could ride the school bus, so I had to walk, which was so far for walking, but it wasn't far enough to get a bus. But I had to walk a long walk.
Man, that walk was the best part. I ain't gonna lie. I
But
never
yeah,
liked
after
the school
school,
bus
we
so
see
much.
all the
That walk was-
fights, we
yeah,
see
that walk-
everything. When we walking home, you see everything.
I went to Crawford Line. There was fights in the morning before school started.
The golf
So
carts
yeah.
off the
Wait a minute, what?
Yeah.
Stealing golf carts.
What? Stay stealing the
Where
golf
you
carts.
from?
PC City?
Greenbrier?
Yeah, you from Florida. That's why I'm like,
So-
golf carts.
Yeah, so they just had like the golf area and they didn't have no gate. So when we see them putting, we like, oh, they off the cart. So we just gonna run, jump in the car and drive it on the road.
Oh, my God.
Mario was
They
right.
drive it in the hood and you at the
So
park
it's like,
with
are
a
y'all gonna
golf
talk about
cart.
hair?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I'm off. Yeah, we about to get back to that.
Clearwater, you in Pinellas?
Yeah,
Yeah, we-
Florida, Florida, Greenwood area. Yeah.
Yeah, we about
This
to
is
get
our-
Wink
talk about snacks right
City,
here.
Wink City.
I was about to ask y'all, did y'all ever get, this is the last thing, did y'all ever get into trouble for ordering stuff? Like I used to call,
I'm trying to wait. What you about to ask? Ordering what?
I used to be big into wrestling. I used to call the WWF hotline and talk to Hulk Hogan. Well, I got
Okay,
it was like $25 worth of charges on there. I got tore up for that.
Well, now HBO and Cinemax.
No,
Or
it wasn't that. It wasn't that. My brother got caught watching.
That's what we thought.
watching my
That's what I
number.
thought you was getting
I
at. I was
No,
like,
that's
watching.
what-
Crazy. You
No,
have to
no,
order that. If you play with that wire a little bit, you got a little clear picture on the side. You have to order that.
We just watch Showtime. Cinemax late at night.
Nah, we didn't have a computer in the house growing
Shout
up.
out to Real Sex. Oh, that was HBO. That was HBO.
Yeah.
Oh, that was HBO.
Boy.
Taxi cab
Look,
confessions.
you see,
Nah,
like,
mine was alright. Mine was called
That one
911.
there?
I was the boy that cried wolf. Like, yo, man, I got spooked a lot. If I heard a noise outside, whatever the case, and my mom just be sitting there, and yeah, the police was showing up religiously at our house. I called the police for everything. Somebody sneezed in the other room, I ain't know who was in there. I called 911 quick.
Oh,
But I tell you what, I was gonna be safe, so I had no problem calling 911.
My brother called 911 at a basketball game and was hanging up on him, cussing him out. He called 911 and cuss him out and hang up. And they was on tape.
Julie?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah, I
you
forgot
at a
about that.
basketball game, you don't know who called
I
me.
forgot about that.
Where's he at?
Him and my cousin was calling 911, cussing him out and hanging up.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, but let's get back
But
to
they
hair
call you
real
back
quick.
now.
Let's go ahead and get
Now
back
they
to
do.
hair right quick. Hey man, y'all hilarious. Y'all are hilarious. I had some other stuff. Look, now he said that is true. You sound like Rick James. Hey, look. So as far as hair color goes, I know there's a correct way to do it. I saw a video of you doing it. You had some aluminum foil upside somebody's head. What was that all? I mean, am I
Some
wrong?
highlights or something?
Yeah, I was doing. What was I doing? I was doing a combination of highlights and balayage. I believe that's the video that I got on it. Yeah,
What was that last word?
balayage.
Yeah.
It's a hair painting technique.
I was about to say, shout out to everybody who know what balayage is. And double shout out to everybody that know how to spell
That's
it.
that hair talk. That hair talk.
Go get your license, you'll learn what that is.
Or you might not, because you know.
Or you might
Where you
not.
go.
They can't. They won't
I feel
even
like you
know
learn
how
the
to-
most outside of. I mean, that's the foundation. It's kind of like the cement to the house, but when you get out here and you really start doing
learn so
like
much
every
more.
day, you just learn something new every day.
But the thing is, that's the misperception. People think that you go to beauty school and then you leave and you're this master stylist.
No.
You're there. It takes 10,000 hours to master one thing. Understand that, and you only get 1,500 in beauty school. Some places 1,800. The goal is to prepare you to get your license. That's why you require once you get your license to get continuing education, because the more you do, the more you build your career. That's why doctors and nurses, they have to continuously get recertified. Same thing with us. You have to continuously get recertified and continuously get that education to build there. And people think that you go and then you come out and you can do this overnight.
That's not true. That's why we have classes.
Right.
For sure.
You got to know the foundation. Some people don't even know the foundation. They don't know anything about pH balance, the anatomy of a hair strand. They can't tell you anything. All they know how to do is, what they do.
And if you
Slap
don't
it
know
on and
the
keep it moving.
history or know how to assess the history of the hair, you don't know that just because you did something really cool in someone else when it comes to chemical reaction, chemical services,
Yep.
if you try this person, you don't understand what they've done to their hair already. You're
Consultations
not
are
gonna get the same
key.
results.
Consultations are so key.
Absolutely.
Especially with hair color. Because if you don't understand what's already on the hair, when you could just throw anything on the hair, but how it reacts is based off of its virgin or if it has something else that's already there. Because if you trying to do a blonde and someone got red underneath some black and you just thinking that hair just naturally black, by the time you go to put that color on, you got demarcation, you got different blends. It's just a lot. It takes a little bit more than
really
people,
does.
Than people think.
You're not gonna learn it off YouTube.
Not at all.
Yeah,
Especially not color correction. That's
I once knew somebody who I once knew somebody who wanted to take blonde out of his son's hair.
But you can't take it out.
You can't take it out.
But you can deposit it to it, but you can't take it out.
I'm like,
he can cut it off. He can cut it off.
You can throw some black on it.
But you know so crazy? I actually recently just saw a hairstylist, and I was looking at her head, and it was like reddish, greenish. And so I was like, what's going on with your color? She said, I just out the back black. I was like, you just threw the black on there? And she was like, yeah.
She didn't have that red.
No red in there. You ain't.
Yeah,
you
no
have
fellas.
to add the. You gotta add
neutralizers.
Yeah.
So in case you're wondering what we're talking about, when you're lifting hair too blonde, it comes out in stages. So ethnic people, we have red pigmentation in our hair. That's why usually when you see most black people, our hair looks like sandy brownish tone because there's a lot of red in there. So when you start lifting it goes from red to coppery, to orange to yellow, then light yellow, So when you want to go back dark, you have to put all those reds back in.
That orange,
Yeah.
that gold. I'm talking that gold, the red. You gotta
So when you see people walking around with green
blue
hair,
and
they
green
missed a
hair.
step.
Wow. So just so that this person knows, when your son, when you get ready to put
No, just go to a stylist. Go to a professional.
Just
Just go. That's how you.
Or just cut it out.
Or just cut it out.
Cut it off. Start over.
That was what I was gonna do.
Yeah, just.
I was talking
I'm like,
I was gonna.
he low key asking for him.
He
low key asking
was
for him.
He was being funny. He was being funny.
yeah. Nah, he hit us up one day. He was like, man, I'm so mad. I'm about to
Just cut it off.
So this must have been something new that he got.
No, it's like a honey blonde.
Oh, okay.
He got my mom
he did
did
a
it all
honey
over.
Ow.
This what it said on the box,
My son
right?
has honey
Yeah, my
blonde.
mom a beautician too. So
She a beautician.
yeah, she been
Don't do that.
for a long time.
Yeah, because I'm like, why is this in the conversation?
Yeah,
Mama said, Mama should have this down.
No, I was he being, like I said, he being funny because I was gonna cut it off. I was just being funny. It wasn't nothing serious. He being funny.
Oh my god.
I knew what she was going.
Right.
I knew exactly where she was going. So look, how does your diet affect the health of your hair?
Oh wow.
Oh.
You have to get the right nutrients in order for your hair to I mean, your hair is gonna grow automatically, but for it to grow strong and healthy and faster.
And this is important.
Just like anything
Yeah,
else.
water
Your
is
diet has to be right.
Water is very important, and then not just for your hair, but your skin, your nails. You know, what you put into your body obviously affects it, and people really don't take that into consideration. But usually to make it easier for people, I just usually just push water because no one's gonna really want
Hair vitamins, even daily vitamins.
Vitamin E.
With some extra B vitamins up in there, biotin and B12.
And no
Moisture.
more taking prenatal vitamins, please, because it works. A lot of people will take prenatal. No, seriously, a lot of people will take prenatal vitamins. It will produce healthier
For the edges?
So
But it gives you
For that baby hair.
It makes the hair grow thicker and longer, quicker. Same thing with the skin and the nails, but people don't realize that those multivitamins are made for two people.
Yeah.
And so if you don't have a baby inside of you, then you can be putting too much into your body, and then you won't get the real fat that you think you'll get because it'll cause other issues within your body.
Hey, Damien, why do edges in kitchens not match?
Edges and kitchens.
Wait a minute.
what you mean?
What's this terminology that we're
Wait, what do
using?
you mean edges and kitchens don't mix?
Do you know what edges in the kitchen?
Like
Oh, the kitchen.
hair back there.
I don't know. They doing a little bit too much
why
in the
does the hair
front.
around the hairline and the back of the neck mix?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I got.
So you basically saying how come some people have no edges and they have hair in the back of their, they have
Are you
cook
saying
buns
because
and
the
Like,
texture
that?
it don't match textures. Like, yeah.
I have that.
So
Yeah,
they're,
mine
so they're
like
only
this. Like, my hair is very
relaxing. They're only
curly in the back,
relaxing
and
what's
it's
visible
thick
and not
in
what's
the
not.
middle, Yeah. Mine's like that
Pressing
too.
the front and not the back, Like.
Yeah, they probably put too
It's-
much
it's
heat
genetics.
to their hair, and it isn't as
Well, that would do it too.
rough as the bed. Yeah.
Like I don't put anything in my hair, but I call it mommy daddy syndrome because mine, much like yours, is very weird. It's really
Yeah, it's
curly
curly
in the back, and then
and it's like-
some of my hair is straight, and kinky is really weird.
My wife got different textures in her head. Like I'm talking about, like it's like real soft and stringy over here, a little thick right up in this hair area. It's real
she at home
curly
doing her
back up
own
in here.
relaxers.
Yeah, she just has
No,
different
she don't do
textures.
nothing.
She don't do nothing.
Nothing. She ain't done nothing.
natural.
But you know, that's pretty common. You would see in some people either they're going to be really coarse and thick at the top and a little bit more dense around the sides and the back, or it'll be the opposite way around. And more importantly, men you'll see is more like, usually it's more dense here and more thicker around
So
the sides.
how does she
and the
normally
back.
wear her hair?
Well, it's been without going into. I can talk to y'all more about it off camera. But,
she must be watching.
You know, no. But,
Is she
without,
watching?
Yeah,
And
she is
and
watching.
he putting all your business out here about your hair.
But
He
without-
really can't say what he want to say about how it
But
looks.
without
but-
going into too much detail, like she went natural, but then like some health stuff caused, and so she's
Okay.
just been letting it grow.
It could be the medication.
Yeah.
And so it's different textures. Like it's feeling, but it's just been different textures.
So
But she
can I
just
ask, was it cancer?
been, psoriasis.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Scalp
it's the
psoriasis.
medicine. It's different. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man, that's
Medication, hormones, all that can play a factor.
Yeah, man. And then she got lupus and everything, so she don't mind me talking about that because we're gonna do a show about that stuff. But
That's what's up.
I have
Yeah,
a client.
it's
I have a
just-
few clients with it. And you have to
Yeah.
be gentle.
Very
with
gentle.
their hair texture.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fragile. as
you
well
straight,
as-
baby?
I have a lot of alopecia
Jump
patients
shot.
as well that come get units and stuff.
Oh, yeah. And so, like I said, I did wonder about hair health and everything like that. I ate bad, and then like all of this happened, along with
I mean, what is
Before the
straight?
age of the man, we
You can
we
rock
make
a
it
bald
happen.
head.
Listen, you-
Everybody can't rock a
yeah,
bald
girl, do it
head,
like this
though.
tomorrow.
You probably wouldn't even.
Everybody can't rock a bald head. Everybody.
no Beijing.
I remember back in the day
Yeah,
when my
times
family
and
was
trends
bald
are changing
head.
right now, man. You can have anything you want. You want dreads, you can have dreads tomorrow.
You can have everything.
How long you had a bald head for?
Probably I cut it off right before I went to South Korea, so it's been about 10 years.
I remember when we was younger and it was people who had bald head. They just come and slap them in the back of the head like,
Yeah, my wife.
shiny.
Time to time,
She might look at you crazy if you came home with some hair.
she seen me wear it before.
man,
I grew it
weave.
back. I cut it off. I grew it back, cut it off.
Yeah,
grew
he
it
look
back,
like
cut it
Shamar
off
Moore
2 or
when
3
you have
times.
it.
Hey man, stop that.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh!
I've cut it off and grown it back a few times, but I let this go and decided to keep this.
Days Out Loud right
This
there.
about to get cut down.
Days of Our Lives.
Days of Our Lives.
I'm not playing
He
with
did
y'all.
not
This
play
is
on
not a
Days of Our
soap
Lives. All
opera.
my children.
I just said it. I don't know what show it was.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
What was it?
All my
Oh,
children.
was it on my channel? Yeah. Oh, okay.
So
Young and the Restless.
as far as like
General Hospital. That was like the top one.
Oh God,
Yeah, my grandma used to stay watching General
Yeah,
Hospital.
gonna let this man ask the
Faithful.
question.
I'm sorry.
we're gonna talk about
You know, we do this in the shop talk. We just talk about random stuff all day. So
All day.
it's kind
Yeah.
of habit.
How different is the? Y'all probably hadn't worked in barbershops, but how different is that talk? Like I know it's
The barbershops don't talk.
They don't talk.
What?
When I take my
What
kids,
shops do y'all work
like
in?
when I take my
They
kids to the
do.
barbershop,
They talk more than girls.
I mean, they might not talk to
Yeah,
you in
yeah,
there.
they talk more than girls.
But like when it's just girls in there, we gonna talk. Like
They wait till we walk out the door and start whispering.
Yeah.
They'll be
Man,
real
did you
quiet. Then we
see
walk out the door.
her?
Man,
you
seen that footage on that?
You see them thighs?
Hey, yo,
You
who
see
that
that
is?
arch back there? boy? She was sitting, boy. I'm trying to tell you.
That's true.
They
It's
wanna
probably,
say
yeah,
nothing.
that could be what it is when we leave it. It's, you know.
Yeah, they don't
Wanna
want-
do
they
she
don't
need
wanna-
a
Well, you have to
stepdad.
answer that. 'Cause
Well, I mean, be mindful. I'm a guy, so yeah. And to be fair, it depends on the woman. I would say that. I have seen women come in and looking much like yourselves. The guys will kind of clean it up a little bit. It's more of trying to, be respectful of the things they say, because guys are guys.
Yeah,
And then,
right.
but the shop that I work at, the J Spot Studio, we actually have a barber's space in the back. And I mean, it's just a comfort zone. Like everybody just live. Like they always 100 live. It's a movie back there, and it's a blast. They're having a good time, and it's pretty much a free for all. But yeah, they actually talk and conversationalize a lot more than the females. It's about because they always got sports or some
arguing
you say,
about something, debating about something.
Who better, Kobe or LeBron?
Yeah.
Nah, bro, you tripping.
oh my
We
god,
had
you know what's
that
so
one all the
crazy?
time.
I was on Facebook maybe like a few weeks ago, and I seen like you know what I'm saying, a little fight going down in the barbershop. It was the barbershop I take my twins to, and I was like, oh my God, it's on World Star. Like, because compared to what I see when I go in there, it's chill, it's way different. But then all of a sudden, I seen these two dudes. I'm talking about getting to it in the barbershop, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is right around the corner. Like, what's going? I think it's different.
Down in the barbershop.
It goes down. It goes down in the barbershop.
I just felt bad because, dude, I seen him in there, and I was like. Because he really got his butt whooped.
He got beat down.
You saw him afterwards?
And that's
was he doing a lot of talking?
It wasn't the twins barber, but it was the dude a few chairs down. And I was like, because last time he was in there, I had brought one of my homeboys, and he was talking big cash money.
I was going to say, was he talking a lot of?
Yeah, he's I be in the DI, you know what I'm saying, all this stuff. And then when I seen that video, I said, you got your ass whooped. He probably was talking shit like he was that day.
Probably. And nobody knew it was him until you just said it.
Oh, well, bro.
I hope you ain't watching
this. Get your boxing game up.
For real. He had no center. He had no center.
Just don't run your mouth.
Be quiet.
If you can't back it up, just don't run your mouth. Period.
I wonder how that shop was. Because if everybody was quiet, he was the one that got his ass whooped. Everybody was in there just quiet as a mouse.
I'm just mad ain't nobody tried to really
break it up.
He probably deserved it then.
He probably was talking cash. Like, if you need to go cash that check.
It's like, you a man,
go cash that check.
We're in a generation where if somebody's getting into a fight, instead of someone trying to do this thing, go break it up. No, everyone's gonna break out their cell phone.
World Star.
No, people don't break up.
They ain't gonna call the police. They World Star.
In my mind, I be
Instagram,
thinking, what if you was the person that was getting your ass handled like that? Like, why wouldn't you, call 911 before you would take a picture or a video of it? Or if you could have, but to be fair, some shit you just don't get involved in. Folks shoot these days.
People will see a car accident and pull out their phone to record before they will pull out their phone.
I start getting feeling bad if he really getting beat down. Like if his head about to get bust open or something for real. And I be like, all right, it's enough. It's enough. He can't breathe. He can't breathe no more. It's time to go.
My whole outfit.
Y'all don't care.
Yeah.
Y'all don't care.
It's just completely desensitized to all of this stuff, man.
I mean, I worked in a barbershop before. You know what I'm saying? That was in VA. It's closed now. Players used to be the
when the last time you seen the old school just fight, just people fight?
They like to shoot now.
Just a good old.
Just a good old.
You can't see no good brawl nowadays. Like they like to shoot, cut, throw stuff. Like really
can we just all get along?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Ain't nobody really fighting.
I mean, you might see some brothers or some cousins be like, "Yo, let's just go throw these hands. Like we ain't even got to talk."
Screw that. I'm calling 911.
You know what?
I'm calling Alice. That's what they used to call it back then. I'm calling 911. First of all, I'm one of those people. I got too much to do, too much to live for. So I'm not gonna sit here and watch y'all fight. You may get mad, start shooting everybody around you. It's not gonna get to that point.
I got a
bullet
question.
Don't have a name on
at all.
it.
I'm calling 911.
I got a question. I got a question for the stylist. Have y'all almost got into it through them hands with a client?
Oh,
I just ignore them. I be chilling. I swear. I just be like,
no.
Only time I have a problem.
Anybody
with
ever
them,
tried you?
No, not like that.
Go ahead.
You know you got
fights their
clients.
clients.
So it wasn't even like
Who fights their clients? I just saw the World Star. That's so yeah.
Like, I
don't have those issues. I'm a dude.
I don't. Like only issue I probably have with somebody is if they come in and I only take walk-ins. So when people will come in, they expect to just be out of there in 30 minutes, and they don't understand. Like putting on a wig is not even simple as it may sound. Like it's not gonna take 30 minutes to put on a good foundation.
Because they're watching them 15-second Instagram
they
videos.
See that little quick minute video on Instagram, YouTube, whatever. They think put on a wig is fast, so they come in. They think they're gonna be out. It can go to a dinner in 30 minutes, and they got 5-10 people in front of them, so they get jittery and they like, oh, when am I leaving? When am I next? And it just be like, listen, if you don't have time to sit here and wait, don't come sit and try to get your hair done because I'm not finna rush on nobody before you to get to you because I'm gonna do my best on everyone. I'm gonna take my time on everyone. I'm not gonna half do no one just because you're trying to go somewhere in 5 minutes. It's not happening. Period. It's not happening.
Question from the chat room. Say, what hair products do you recommend for home use to get your coarse hair to grow for a black chick?
What? Okay, so I think this is the misconception with a lot of people because I tend to get, I don't want to say food, but if you keep your hair moisturized and you treat your hair, drinking your water from the inside out, of course, taking your vitamins, but if you even just just take care of your hair. People don't oil their scalp every few days. They don't put moisture on. Like, you don't do anything like leave-in conditioner, conditioning cream, light oils, like none of that. Like, if you just don't do anything to your hair, then you can't
not gonna
expect
grow.
it to be growing extra fast. You have to do hair maintenance. It's quintessential, like, period. That's why the real BB Judy drops are so successful, because she's actually getting you to put something on your hair every other day. So because you're actually doing maintenance, it works. But if you were even to get some regular oil from the store and do maintenance, that would work too. So it's really just putting in that work.
Repetition.
And then
consistent.
People also don't understand your hair goes through resting phases where it don't grow. That's normal. So you can go 3 to 6 months with little to no hair growth.
The telogen phase.
Yes.
The telogen phase. Exactly.
Yes. These are the and some people just
Where did mine go?
It's just chilling right now.
You know what's so crazy?
That's what we wanted.
For a man, you could have one gene for, like, not having hair. Like, say if your dad or your mom, just one person, you'll automatically just have that trait. But for women, it takes 2.
right.
So that's the only difference. Like, you have to have your mom and your dad or someone, 2 genes from both sides in order for us to get more hair loss. But for men, you gotta look. If it's one person, So just know your son.
Were they
if you have
asking
a
for, like, a
son, you
specific
just let him know in
product,
advance.
or-
Like,
bro, you gonna be LeBron.
What was the question?
That's all I was like,
I read it verbatim.
Basically.
What hair products? But.
Yeah, so then I would say my favorite brand, Kuhn. Kuhn is a full line brand, and the great thing I love about Kuhn is that you can use it on both ethnic as well as Caucasian hair, and they have this blend line, which is pretty cool. It works really well with textured hair. But
Never heard that.
yeah, it's
I like
freaking
Kuhn
phenomenal.
It's like CUNE.
It's a professional product.
Well, no, it's
and
KEUNE.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a luxury line. It's really, really good. They have something for everyone within their line. And I would also recommend Shea Moisture. They actually have some really good creams. I'm more of a cream person. I don't like grease or oils, anything that's too heavy. I want something that's going to moisturize the hair, but still feel light and airy, and it absorbs into the hair and doesn't leave stains and stuff like that.
Hey, Mario. So the person that asked got like 13 kids. She probably can't.
I'm playing.
Well, the good thing about but Shea Moisture, I promise you, they have a jar. It's a big jar, and it goes a long way. And a little is a lot. You take like a nickel quarter portion, and it's enough that it stretches through. Yeah, I just use it on my hair, and I have a lot of hair. Yeah,
Cantu,
really good.
If you can't afford professional products
Yeah.
to retail from your stylist, like OGX, Walmart, you can get that at Walmart.
Or they have a really
Jane
good shea
Carter.
butter. Oh my God. Salute,
Jane Carter, OGX, Shea Moisture.
Y'all see, I thought I was playing when I said 13. How many kids you got, Tony?
Oh God,
I'm not with y'all right
That's
now.
probably about it. But anyway.
Got a football.
Hey,
Little basketball.
have
they need to get a TV show.
How do y'all deal with like? Have y'all ever had to deal with somebody coming in and not having money to pay for?
Oh yeah.
So
For their service?
yeah.
Well-
Like,
Oh yeah.
That just happened.
See, the way my life
Yeah.
is set up, I have you put your card online, so I can know beforehand, before we even get started. My thing will tell me, this card is going to decline. So it'll tell me if your card
That
has
happened
coin
before
or
I
not.
started the online booking many years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had a couple of runoffs, but trust and believe I collected on Go.
I actually just
Real
had
quick.
somebody.
Because when
do
I
that
call
to
your
me.
phone with
But
your
I
social
don't
security
think it
number,
was
date of birth, home
intentional.
address, I need my coins delivered by 4 p.m. Otherwise, you're going to have a warrant at your house for theft of services.
I just actually had it happen to me. So a girl, left out and did not pay. She told me she was going to the store to get some money, and she didn't come back. But I was like, it is what it is. Lost. I was upset because I'm like,
Oh,
You're
no,
going to be
no.
blessed, though. You're going to be blessed. That's
But
gonna come
listen,
back to
and the
you.
thing about it
It's
is,
fine.
I didn't even get so upset. I was like, I'm gonna put it in God's hands. And I kid you not, the next day her mom came and gave me the money.
and it told you it rained on her head.
Yeah, I didn't even ask. I didn't even speak to her. The lady, the receptionist brought us to the back
you
and was
good.
like, oh, the mom. And I was like, oh, okay. So I ain't really,
I usually try to find a resolution.
I left it,
And I said in the sense of, I've never had someone come in and not pay, but I've had people come and then we'll do like a consultation, or they may come in where they'll book for one thing, and then when they get there, they want to add other stuff on.
And then when you tell them the price, they're like, oh,
because
I thought
in
it
their
was-
mind, they think it's all inclusive. No, that's not the case. I'm a la carte, so you have to pay for these different services. But I'm really good at trying to make sure that, well, tell me what your budget is, and let's see what we can get out of that.
Yeah, I'm reasonable. Like, I feel like you really want this hairstyle, I will work with you. Like, if you don't have
the full hairstyle, but
I'm gonna give you what you can afford.
I'm kind of soft-hearted, so I feel like
I'm gonna give you what you can afford.
Get what you can afford.
Yeah, I feel like that too. I feel like that too. Like, if you know you can't afford the installation price,
if they don't pay it with you, they'll pay it with somebody else.
Yeah, don't waste my time.
Well, the reason why I try to, like I said, I try to find out what that budget is, and then let them know what services I can provide within that budget. Yeah. But I try not to budge on that. What happens is you create a behavior with people when you start doing
when you
discounts.
do what they want to do it each time. They feel like
so,
they can
nip it in the bud.
Keep getting it for this price. And I feel like when you're supporting somebody, you're going to pay them what anybody else is going to pay them if you're really supporting that movement.
Now, if you've been coming to me for 5-6 years, and I'm like, dang, I ain't seen such and such in a minute, and I normally see her every such and such, like, your client's patterns. Call them, check on them, see how they doing it. Hey, my money ain't all the way together. Like, hey, you know what? I'm going to give you a discount because you've been coming to me all this time. Like, that's an exception. That's something that I would work with you. But if you're brand new and we're just building a relationship, I can't do that.
Yeah.
It just, you know what I mean? I can refer
or even with those that you always give, discounts to. Like, when you're having a special, pay that special price. Don't expect me to give you a discount on top of that special.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't take advantage of it. I'm already having a special for everybody. And if you know that special that I'm having is usually the price that I'm charging you, don't try to get a discount on top of that. Like, I'm already showing love to you every time. Let me show love to you just the way I always do. And with...
Well, here's the thing. This is just my belief.
Right.
I don't do discounts. Period. I'm a friend.
I don't either.
I don't think we should be discounting our craft because we pay a lot of money to learn.
Absolutely.
This stuff. And I do encourage people. If we got to still build. So if you choose to do a discount for someone, I'm a friend. But it just needs to be the first time. After the first time, this is the price because, like I said, what happens is if we have these discounts, some people will only come when you're doing a special.
Exactly.
And I've seen a lot of people do it before. So you create these behaviors with people. So it's best to not. And honestly, how often have you seen our counterparts? And I'm talking about other salons where they just cut and color hair. I never really see them do specials ever.
I haven't done a special in about 15 years.
If you go to a lot of ethnic salons, we always got specials and stuff out. But if you go to our counterparts, it's rare. You never really see that, and they keep their prices all aligned with each other, and that's how you keep the industry strong. We got to start realizing,
keep the prices around the same price in the salon.
Right. Yeah. Well, actually, I take that back, just in case one of my clients is listening. No, I moved here 11 years ago. I haven't did a special in about 9 years. Okay. So we don't do specials. No.
Yeah.
I like to do specials because I feel like not everybody can afford, your regular price.
But that's why you get what you can afford.
Yeah. So, but some people still want to experience it, even though, like everybody, like you have a dream car, you can't afford that dream car, and then one time you get a chance to ride a dream car.
You so hopeful.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you so hopeful
with your dream car.
You
like,
so hopeful.
Come jump in and come take a ride.
So here's what you do. You go to Enterprise. You go to Enterprise, you go rent it for a day and pay $130 instead of $130,000.
Exactly. So instead of you coming on a regular day with a regular price, you coming on a day with a special. You get to experience it for that little cheap price, and then whenever that comes again, who may know? At least you got it at that time.
And that's the thing. I ain't gonna lie. I used to do specials. That's my thing.
Oh, we all did.
We all did.
But that was a king of the $18 special.
So funny now that I've grown as a stylist. Yeah, like. The thing that I realize is if I do a special now, I'm attracting a client that I can't keep.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that happens a lot.
And that's not a client, that's a customer, actually.
Exactly.
And there's a difference between a customer and a client.
True.
Yeah.
And
big difference.
So, yeah, I
understand.
Now, I might throw a special out there, but like, I'm gonna be smart about it. I'm gonna be like, hey, I'm gonna add hair to it, or I'm gonna add this, and I may give you a $50 discount on the extra.
Or you just may not charge them. You know what I'm saying? Because they've been coming for so long.
Yeah.
You may do an extra service and not charge them for it, but you don't tell them that. You just do it.
Just do it.
Yeah.
So trust me, they know that you done did something extra and you didn't charge them for it when it came down to swipe.
Now, do you when it comes down to tip, like if you give them a discount and then they still
don't tip you?
Yeah, they don't tip you.
That is crazy, but it happens.
It does. That's why I'm like, I don't even need that.
That's why you should pay
You should have seen how
charge
demeanor
a price.
changed. She was like,
that's why I feel like you should charge. I feel like you should charge a price
all the way.
I mean, you know, I'm not trying. I'm just grown. It's just got to that point where it's like.
But that's why it's also important to
bill.
charge a price just in case that happens and they're not tipping. You have enough money up front to afford to not receive tips. Like if you getting enough money to not have to have tips, it's okay, because some people feel like they're gonna pay you to that dollar and not a dollar over. They're gonna pay you $200 or they'll pay you that $75. They'll tell you that 80 or whatever that is, that price is, they're gonna pay that, and they ain't gonna give you $1 tip.
And you know the crazy part about it is, I think the tipping thing was more for people who were like commission stylists. Because they're on a sliding pay scale.
I don't depend on them.
And it's like, and so it's not when we're booth renters or we're our own entities. It's not like a requirement because we're getting the bulk of the money up front and we're not splitting it with anyone else.
Anybody.
Yeah.
True or false? Tipping does get you favor.
False.
No, because
I
it's the
treat
end of the
everybody the
service.
same.
I mean, I feel like your whole there's a certain level of there's a certain
Loyalty
expectation that
gets
I
you
already gonna give every client.
Right.
When you come in, there's already a certain level of service that I am known to give, or I'm expected for myself to give. So everyone is gonna get the same level of service.
Period.
Like, your tip is at the end of the service. I'm not gonna know. Well, she gonna tip me, so I'm gonna do this little extra. Like that's not how it is.
You know,
I was
just
like
a little bit
but
extra
the
for a
normal
tip.
tip is like you might get somebody up under the dryer just a little bit before you get somebody else, even if you like.
But see, the way I run my appointment schedule, like I try to flow, and then I have an assistant that keep me like I don't
know how it works.
Tipping does not determine the customer service you get. That's a bad way to operate.
Because some people probably ain't even able to tip.
You can't live off tips.
I know what he's saying. It's not so much that you're gonna do anybody different.
No.
You're gonna try to treat everybody. You're gonna treat everybody the same. But when when somebody tip you, it's something special.
It's so much bigger than a tip. I'm not worried about a tip at the end. I'm worried about that customer becoming a client and coming back.
That's what I'm saying. You're gonna treat everybody the same.
But you're not saying you can keep that $5 tip if you come back and spend another $120 with me next week.
But what if they come back and they keep spending? They still tipping you every time.
But that's good. But you still gonna get the same service. It's like.
But I mean, you're not gonna look at this person any different than anybody.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I got some VIP clients that you know what I'm saying that do, and you know I swipe and I sign.
But you
and
know,
I put my own tip.
The goal
I have clients
is,
like that.
At
But at the end of the day, everybody still gets the same level.
Because it's not so much about the tip. The goal is everyone gets special treatment because you want everyone to return. It's about the retention. Because it's about the retention. We don't eat if they don't come back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The lights don't stay on. You can't afford these dryers. You can't. They need to come back. So you want to make sure that everyone is treated fairly.
Crazy. No, my clients love
not for real.
Like I ain't gonna lie, like you know, and some clients that are new or whatever, they might not even have had, they might not have had that level of service, and they may tip $75.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they've never had an experience that I'm used to giving. So
exactly,
it just depends.
Eric said all y'all tips about the drop.
Not really.
I don't think so. Not at all.
Wow.
Everybody get the same level of treatment.
I treat everybody the same.
Yeah, I treat everybody the same.
Somebody tips me something.
So
every time they come in.
If somebody tipped you on the mail route,
I treat them different.
You make sure they get.
I'm not gonna say I treat them
different. You come through and make sure
I come through. Look. When you gone, I make sure your mail is all right. I mean, you know, I do my job for everybody.
Can I say why I wouldn't treat them differently?
So but after I make sure my mail is all right.
Yeah, but no, I mean, but somebody, I just do something extra for somebody to tip me all the time.
All right, go ahead, Mario.
So we've all had a situation where, not really double booking, but you know, you kind of overlap your clients because you know you got your assistant there and you can rotate and we got a system going. Right. So imagine if I have these two young ladies coming at the same time. And because she took me a little bit more last week, if I show any special attention, she's been coming here for years. She knows me. She's gonna notice that. And then if I treat her any differently, when this woman leave, it's like, why I ain't get that? If that makes sense. Because clients are nosy. First of all, let's be very clear about that. Y'all know y'all are. They're watching other people that come in, and some of them may bond with their other clients. Some of them are just watching their swag. But I mean, it's just the nature of the beast. So you don't want them to feel as though that they're left out the party.
Right. You don't treat people differently because they don't tip you. No, you still got paid for the service that you rendered. Tip is additional. You know,
listen, if you just paying pretty, you my best friend, so we all good. Yeah, we're all good. We're all best friends up here together.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Hey, so look, man, it's time flying. We got about 30 minutes left. 30 minutes left. I do want to hit one more segment real quick, and I'm gonna ask y'all what y'all want to do. Y'all want to do things not to say after sex, or would you rather?
Wow. Okay.
Well, damn.
Well,
That's
damn.
Like,
I mean,
wait.
I was like, hold on, wait.
So would you rather?
Just would you rather do this or this?
And I guess he gonna have the.
You got a list?
I do.
Oh.
let's do the would you rather.
Would you rather?
Would you rather?
Yeah.
Would you rather?
We'll say the the mailbag for later. All right.
I'm like, wait a minute. This one
What
real.
we just get into?
No. It's easy. It's easy.
They
so
too
look,
lit.
No,
All right,
we,
so-
we already had stuff already laid.
Gotcha.
we keep
Depends on the
segments.
audience.
Let's
So
do
it's
this.
all
710 a Slickville.
Hey, we keep it going. Hey, look. So, would you rather get beat up by your kid, or would you rather get beat up by your significant other's ex?
Ooh, by my kid.
By my kid.
By my kid.
Yeah,
I don't. I would never want my ex.
No, like I
think
can't even answer that.
Would you
Like,
want
you
your-
can't.
your-
I ain't trying to get beat up. Period.
I'm not
Nobody.
I ain't
But
getting
would
beat up.
you rather though?
But I'd rather get beat up by my kid.
Number one, my kid ain't disrespecting me like
Right.
that. So that's just out the
But
window.
you ain't about to have no
No,
chick out in
my
the streets
spouse-
talking.
Yeah, that's
like
what I'm
she
saying.
done-
They have
like she
bragging
done-
rights.
Oh,
You're
I
not
don't
gonna have
know,
bragging
that's
rights.
hard.
No.
That's hard. Can't let no
That's
chick
hard.
in the streets have no
That
bragging
is a hard
rights.
one.
Because if your kid beat you up on Thursday, you can come back and tear that ass up on Friday. I'm just
But I
saying.
feel like if my child beat me up, every girl in the street gonna feel like
No.
they can.
As long as I did my best in whatever situation. Okay.
No.
I just like number one, my kid ain't never. That's not.
Your
I brought you in this world. I take you out. That's just like-
your
that's
man's
something
ex girlfriend, you'll let her beat you up.
Nah, we going to the nah.
see,
That
some
ain't.
people
If she
have a
beat me
choice,
up
but
every
some
time she
people-
see me, we gonna have to
That
fight.
just
Some
ain't
cases
happening.
are
Right.
cold.
Every time you see me, we gonna have to fight. You beat me. Period. Like I ain't taking that long.
It's gonna be like Black Panther. I'm
Oh,
gonna
but you
recuperate and
right.
come back.
If you beat me
Yeah.
up every time you
time.
see me, we gonna have to fight.
No,
Like
I
that's
already
just
have an
period.
ex.
I ain't taking that
Not my
loss
kid.
like that. I ain't taking
Yeah,
that
nah,
loss.
I ain't
That's
say
my
nah.
kid.
Neither.
I ain't having-
But
You one got your son whoop your ass, didn't he?
You know what?
You a ball, man. It's
You
gonna
can't
come
tell your
up.
kid nothing
You
after
can't
that.
tell him nothing. Don't take out the trash. I'll whoop your ass.
I'll
man.
be trash.
How can you discipline this? I rather.
Wow.
Yeah, nah, I don't know. I don't have kids, so I
That's my
can't
kid.
really.
You can't even tell your girl. You
I ain't
like,
trying to
come
I
here,
got
girl.
boys too. Like what I look like? Nah.
I
They
ain't
gotta be
happy.
the other way, and I'm coming back for that ass.
how you come up with this question, bruh?
Keep going
Oh,
to the
he got
next
some-
one. What's
he
going
got
on
some
to the
wild
next
stuff.
one?
Yeah.
He keep wild stuff.
Hey, so would you rather be 500 pounds or 50 pounds?
500.
Ooh.
500.
Ain't nothing in
Hold on,
between.
how can
Like,
you even be 50 pounds though?
You
Like,
can't.
yeah, except for your kid.
Olive oil.
Man, I need, give me some meat. Man, I can survive.
I'd
off
rather
meat.
be 50. I'd rather be able to gain weight than I'd rather be.
I
I'd
don't
rather
know
be
how
small
I feel
than
to be
big.
skinny anyway.
I'd
I know
rather
how I
gain
feel to be
100 pounds
big.
than have to lose
400.
350 pounds. How about
Right.
That's a tough one, man. Cause 50 pounds, man, you can't even walk.
See,
You
you 50
dying.
pounds. 50 pounds. You got room to eat.
that? You dying at 500 too though.
500. It's
500
over.
pounds?
You know
Yeah, but 50
how big
pounds,
your
you
head
can't-
will look if you was 50 pounds though?
I don't know, y'all.
Bobblehead.
Yeah, you hit bobblehead.
I don't even think my body can be 50 pounds. Let's just say that.
Because I asked,
50 pounds, you can see what you're eating.
the last time I did this, I was like, would you rather be 7'3" or 3'7"?
What?
Height. So would you rather be 7
Oh,
foot 3
man.
inches tall or 3 feet and 7 inches tall?
3'7". You can't get on nobody rides at the theme park.
I'd be real
Bruh.
mad.
Yeah,
but
I
in
got it.
17,
You can't
you gotta go down.
drive.
You know what? I might have a basketball
okay with it.
career.
Yeah,
I
I'm
might have
okay
a
with
little,
that.
You know
You're
what I'm
gonna be
saying?
shot.
I'd rather be 7'3", bro.
I think I'd rather be
370, you can have a
7'3"
career too in a circus.
or doing something else, but we won't go there.
Well,
I'd rather be 7'3".
See, that was on the other topic.
At 3'7"? Oh, okay. I got you. Okay.
3'7" on the other
Okay.
topic we declined to do.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let me stop.
Let's-
Let me
let's
stop.
next
Okay, I got you.
question.
Dog. I was like, what
You had to think about it.
All right. So all y'all
I was
got
just picturing it.
pretty upgraded phones for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather have your next upgrade be to a Motorola 9800, Nokia 9800, or a Motorola Razr?
Razor.
Ooh, Razor.
Razor all day.
Razor was the ish.
Razor was
Yes.
That the silver one, man. You know
Yes.
Now you know what?
When
You
you
know
go
what
that
phone was
back,
really fun when I was
That
in
Star
high school?
Sidekick and
We used to flip it.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
and a Nextel church.
You hanging up, boy. You flip that thing so hard like you just did something.
Yeah,
man.
that
I just
Razor,
banged
boy.
on
You
it,
flip
man.
that
A
Razor.
Razor. And then like, when you walk across the street and it reads and you flip it out and you walk like you just you cross the street.
Now that was back in the day. We had them 300 anytime, 700 night weekends.
Call me after 9 o'clock.
Call me after 9
for $34.99.
Look,
yeah,
call me after 9 was hilarious because I broke a record, man, for text messages.
Did we have text messaging back then? I don't think we had text messages. Yeah, we didn't text
when
message.
text message first came out, I still had night and weekends, but they said I had unlimited text message, which we didn't know that it was actually capped at 3,000.
So you had a $900 phone bill?
I didn't talk to people. I just text. Boom, 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 boom. Up until 9 o'clock.
And pretty soon you can do it without even looking at the
Oh,
number.
God.
Heck yeah, them little Nokia phones, tear it up.
We got a bill for $400.
PQR?
Because it started running. I sent
I got a Nokia in the car.
I know you got your behind wood.
No, I was too old by then. I was too grown.
Oh, you just paid it. Okay, cool.
No, I ain't paid it, but I ain't.
Oh, you would have surely lost your phone in that moment.
I didn't have no phone. I ain't have phone.
I'd be like, you know what? I lost my phone. I forgot to report it stolen. Dang it.
I forgot about the nights and weekend.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, 9 o'clock.
Forgot about that.
But then when it
$39.99
upgraded
too.
to after 7,
Woo!
Yeah.
You be like, hang up at 6:59 and call me back at 7:01 so it can start over. Because if you stayed on the phone, it still ran up your daytime minutes.
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't know that. The overage wasn't no joke.
Thought it was just gonna switch over
Thought it was
automatically.
gonna switch over automatic.
Ain't no automatic switch over. Ain't no automatic switch over.
That 9 o'clock was
You know, I called in the Sprint a couple of times.
I ain't playing with y'all.
Hey, would you rather get punched in the face by Mike Tyson with no defense or butt kicked by a donkey in your chest?
Tyson.
Wait a minute. What?
Wait, what?
If I get punched by Tyson, do he got some money? Wait a minute.
He got a little bit.
You know, he lost all his money, so he ain't had none.
I think I get.
She was like, "Can I sue or no?"
Right? Can I sue or no? Like,
go with
I
the
can't
butt
sue a
kick.
donkey.
You can't sue.
I don't know about that foot now.
I go with that.
That's what I'm saying.
To
Your
the
butt,
chest,
like,
though.
damn.
To the chest.
Was he a chest?
Oh Lord.
It's not
to the
gonna
chest,
wear. It's
though.
breaking your ribs.
Shave my chest.
Mike
in.
Tyson hit you
I
in your
might
face,
survive.
though.
I can survive after Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
But that,
He
What
might
if he was drunk? You know what I'm saying?
He
What
might-
if the power ain't all? You know, I mean, there could be some.
He might knock an eye out or bust your eardrum.
Mike is old now. He don't hit as hard as he used to. So
Lies.
I don't know.
I wouldn't
if
take
you
that
wanna stand in
chance.
front of that gun, man. That's-
Right.
I think I'll
What you
block.
choosing? I don't know.
I'm choosing that donkey.
ain't trying
Give
to
me one to the
get
chest.
I'm gonna hide in the
I'll
closet.
take the
Dude,
chest.
you hide in the bathroom.
I'm gonna hide in the bathroom. I'm gonna hide in the bathroom. I do like I always do.
Oh my gosh.
All right, and so this is the last one. Would you rather have to restore LeBron James' hair or Kevin Durant's hair?
So can I ask who's Kevin Durant?
Yo, if I can restore
you do
LeBron
Come
James'
on,
hair,
man.
I have all the coin. Because everybody coming to me at the end.
Yes.
LeBron.
Yes.
I'm restoring his hair. Let's go.
Let me show
You
you.
rather?
Still LeBron.
Yeah, go ahead and Google.
Google.
Just
When you
Google Kevin
when you
Durant's
Google
hair.
Durant, you gonna look and you be like,
LeBron.
wow, is that hair?
You play too much.
You saw his hair?
What's
Somebody tried to fix it. I don't know who did, but they
I
tried.
don't know if anybody
No,
tried to
let
fix that.
me.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you that with me. I'm like, I don't.
Kevin,
Oh, y'all don't watch basketball
I
a
don't
lot, do
keep
you?
up.
Or
No.
is that, y'all ain't seen the Instagram property page? Because clearly.
they should. Yeah, I don't even know why. I don't even know why they be showing his hair up close. Like Kevin
real
Durant,
petty.
one of my favorite basketball players, but they be showing
Yeah.
too many close-ups of his head,
When y'all see it, y'all gonna cringe.
and I be like,
Oh.
Look,
yeah.
see?
Well, no, because
see.
I saw something else. They put memes all in his.
That's how bad it is when you get mean, put it on your hair.
It's not bad. It's more of his head shape that's.
They so petty. They talk about how he just
Look,
need to
look.
brush it. He just need to get the
Yeah.
waves in full effect. That's all they
Yeah,
do.
he still has pretty.
She said, "Ooh."
I mean, he still has hair. LeBron really pretty much is a lost cause.
Need some moisturizer.
Yeah, his hair's pretty dry.
He needs some cream and a brush. Like, why
He
you just don't
do.
take that down to a number 2? I don't understand. Come
It
on.
do look like some turkey, ground turkey, a
I
little
was
bit.
like, why they do that?
Why they do that?
I was like,
LeBron, I'm running with LeBron.
Yeah,
You gonna go with LeBron? That'll be easier.
Oh my God, look at this meme.
wait, let me
Oh my
see.
God, girl, they got the Michael Jordan meme.
No, they play too much.
LeBron got that.
No, they just
LeBron
said
got
all
that
you
bigger
need is
check,
that
so I'm
brush.
gonna roll with LeBron. Team LeBron.
Team LeBron.
Yes.
I got you.
You bring LeBron hair back, you can bring anybody hair back. You can collect that coin on go.
This much is true.
Hey, but if you get that thing back straight and it look like a regular person's hair.
Oh, he needs a brush, man.
Right. Yeah, he just need a brush, like for real, for real.
Oh no, I know how they look. I said James off real.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why I was like, yeah, James.
Yeah, dang man, I feel bad because they show both of their heads all the time. I think it's like a running joke with the cameraman because they keep it right there on the top when LeBron
Curry ain't too far away.
And he just woke up and go, no brush.
Yeah, and his line don't ever be straight.
Well, that's his barber fault. Then.
He probably loyal to his
friend back
yeah.
That makes
that
sense.
he went to high school with.
Yeah.
Can't always do business with your friends.
Oh, he just do it himself in the bathroom.
I hope not.
With a dimmer on.
Oh, he Eric friend.
Like some dimmer.
Hey, so look, I got about 20 minutes left, and what I want to do is I want everybody to know how they can find y'all, they can follow y'all and everything like that, so that hell, whether they come to you or y'all end up being somewhere in the same place. I don't know if y'all travel like that. I know she said she does, but hell, how can they get at y'all on social media?
I be gone.
Well,
she stay gone.
If y'all on Instagram, which I'm sure everybody for the most part nowadays is, you can follow me at _glamourhead, which is GLAMOURHEAD. Glamourhead. That's me. And it also connects you to my Facebook page, which is Tiana Renee the Stylist. So yeah, that's where you can find me at pretty much. And then the link to everything else on my websites and everything is connected to Instagram and Facebook.
All right.
Yeah.
Anything else going on the side?
Huh? Oh.
Look, this is your opportunity. If you want to
push
any random hustles that you got going.
No, never no random hustle. Everything's related to hair. Everything is related to hair. So I make wigs. I do sewing machine classes too. I make wigs on a sewing machine. So I do classes for that. I'm doing some dates coming up soon.
Baby should do classes for that.
And I'm traveling to Houston, LA, New York. I got a few things coming up, so you can look out for that. But just follow me on Instagram. I have everything on there. That's how I stay updated and interact with my clients.
If you 3'7", hit her up.
You
Well, my Instagram is Damian Flagler, as well as my Facebook. That's DAMIENNEFLAGLER. I'm usually in Atlanta at the boutique, which is in my Instagram as well as my Facebook. But I will be traveling to Brazil for April to go do hair over there. Then I'll be back, probably traveling within the States. But other than that, I'm in the ATL, Deneen Define Sculpting Products. I do have a sculpting line for natural enhancements, which is also in my Instagram. You can check that
entrepreneur.
out.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
You guys can find me on Instagram at The Hair Fetish. That's TheHairFetish. You will find my link to my website on there, as well as whenever I'm teaching classes for whatever thing I might be teaching at that moment.
Jazz B, you can find me on IG. I'm trying to do better about social media. I'm really bad with it. Don't do me. Yeah, I'm a beach bum in real life. I done put 19 years in, so I kind of spend most of my days wandering and traveling the world. But hey, when you catch me, IG, she's Jazz B. Also, you can catch me on my website at jglamstudio.com. Also, I have a Facebook page, the same thing, JGlam Studio, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah. And I'm at Missy Hair Boutique, Atlanta. So
I'm in Atlanta.
Missy Hair Boutique.
Yeah, girl, I seen your video viral the other day, girl. Go ahead then.
I'm at the J Spot Studio.
I
want to see this video that everybody's going crazy
over. That was lit.
I be doing all type of stuff. I'm crazy. In real life.
That was cute.
Thank you. No lace, no case.
No lace, no case. If you're looking for a short hair stylist, that's Jazz B. You can find me in Buckhead.
We're waiting on these short hair classes, though.
Speaking of classes, if you're learning some new cutting techniques, lace installs, coloring techniques, extension techniques, I know over 4 different procedures. Holla at your boy, J Spot Studio, 22 Bennett Street, Atlanta, Georgia.
So wait, how do they sign up for particular classes?
Right now, I'm putting together a team, so we're trying to lay out the format for the curriculum. And I'm one of those people, I'm really meticulous as to how I deliver information to people because not everyone receives everything the same way. So I'm trying to format that. So usually I just tell people just go to my social media. Whenever there's going to be a class, we try to blast out emails, or I also do the sponsorship through Instagram where you can just start randomly sending out the posts to people. So usually if you just check randomly on my page, and whenever there's a class, we try to give like the dates ahead of time before we put everything in. But right now, I'm forming my team, and we are working on the curriculum. I'm trying to get an individual to actually do the man weaves to make it a part of it, just to add a little bit a different element to it, so that, it adds extra income whenever you learn something different a little bit more. And that's in demand right now. Everyone wants to know how to do that man weave thing. So yeah.
Gotcha. And you said you teach?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I do sewing machine classes. I teach people how to make wigs. So U parts, frontal wigs, closure wigs, anything like that. I teach that. That's like one of my biggest things that I'm doing this year as far as classes. I do a 2-day class, 2-day interactive, hands-on. Like if you don't know how to use a machine, you will when you leave my class. So I teach everything. Yeah, that's lit.
That's what's up. I'm about to be silly for about 15 minutes, so
that's fine.
It's cool.
Don't mind me. It ain't like I ain't been silly all night. As far as lace fronts, why was they so scary about 6 years ago? Like people used to be.
They've evolved a lot. Like
no, it's not that the wigs evolved. I think that education has evolved.
Yeah, that.
The
Because,
access,
but the wigs,
the access, the access.
Yeah, they're nice.
Because the wigs that used to come with monkey hairlines, like now they're coming pretty natural. Like you ain't looking like
funny, but the Asians catching up on the Asians. They create most of the extensions that we do use as far as wigs and bundles and things like that. So I feel like their technique is growing.
Ain't that many monkeys?
So the access is the easiest for us to order our clients or whatever the boutiques are selling. It's easier to get that access to those certain techniques.
Absolutely.
What is the good hairstyles when if a lady want to go buy some bundles? Is like 100% virgin yaki.
It all depends. You can't have 100%.
He said virgin yaki.
How you gonna have all that?
He just throwing it out
there. They say too. I'm gonna purchase a 100% virgin yaki Remy. What is that?
Give me that number 6.
Because them Asians is selling in the stores and it be mixed. But it all depends.
It's
like
on what you're going for. Yeah.
What you're going for, like. Believe it or not, I still like pack hair for some things. Most things I still use pack hair.
Especially.
Quick weaves especially. I wouldn't waste the money for bundle hair to put on a quick weave.
I used to tell people what usually gears towards that. If you're purchasing human hair, and I tell people a lot of times, if you're purchasing human hair and you got a small budget, you don't have to get the best of the best. Usually you want that more natural, like fresh out the scalp. How? Because we want to color it, and it's easy to color the hair when it's virgin because the texture or the cuticle hasn't been manipulated already. However, if you know that you're gonna wear this hair dark and you're not trying to do it, no, get this the regular, the lower grade.
Get the $23.99 hair.
And just keep it moving.
Come in and pay your stylist to go and install it. Don't have your girlfriend at home do it. Then your edges be gone next week.
Like True Glory, they blew up overnight. Everyone loved it. Then a lot of people was talking about it smelled like corn chips and everything. I mean, it is what it is.
It smelled like Fritos.
But usually it was always like sometimes it was the glue. Sometimes
what
it was
you say it smelled like
Fritos.
It really did.
But I ain't gonna lie though, the hair color good. It lasts a good time.
It does.
And it curls well.
It does.
I have a client who has had some True Glory. I'm talking about maybe like a year and a half now, and the smell gone now. Obviously.
Yeah, the smell is definitely gone.
But she pretty much got it down to a science. You know how she fabric softeners and all this other stuff.
But why do you have to do all that? You shouldn't have to do all of that though.
But
why it smell like that?
It don't smell anymore though.
But the crazy part is,
it's lit. It's lit.
A lot of people are afraid to buy the hair because they see the price, and I keep telling them like, it's actually really good hair, and like she said, you can reuse it multiple numbers of time, and they'll go and pay all this money for this really expensive hair. Sometimes the width isn't still this and the hair sheds. Like there are different factors that come into play. But if and when that you're not trying to be a fuchsia or a pink color, and you just want something simple, why are you spending all this money for this hair that you're not trying to do? You're not trying to wear it
that long.
Yeah, that long. Or
don't invest in it. Don't invest in it if it's not right.
Frontal quick weaves. It's like you finna spend all this money on this hair.
So what's up with that? Is that like a thing now?
What? It's like
the quick weave frontals. I've seen somebody with that, and I thought it was just.
I don't like it because you have to cut the track, and this is good hair.
Just get you a full lace, sis. It just
full lace.
Just glue it down the front end.
Because they on YouTube.
Yeah,
basically, that's true.
Get off YouTube, ladies.
They said in the chat room, they said True Glory shed too much for me. I hated it.
I don't use True Glory anymore.
Probably.
I'm just throwing it out there.
Probably.
Right? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it probably
You
do.
know, it's the crazy part. Like, and this is just my. I've had people get hair from there, and some of the most expensive, beautiful hair you can think of, and their hair sheds too. You know, and
I mean, I think all hair sheds.
All hair sheds.
Yeah, it does.
To a certain degree, all hair is gonna shed. Your natural hair sheds.
Yeah.
I mean, the weave is gonna shed its on a weft, and different things.
Especially
that you do
lace.
to it.
Very
it's
fragile.
manufactured like a
Yeah.
weft. But I used to tell people, especially if you know you got a client that's gonna use it for a long period of time, just seal the weft. Or what I will try to encourage them to do, wear the hair is going to shed, and now you got 3 bundles. It's going to be a lot thinner next time you put it. Just give them more bundle. Yeah, just give them more bundle. We're good.
Oh, okay. And so, after a while, like for the wigs and stuff, you know, I mean, you don't want I see people like they just keep them. They don't necessarily throw them in the trash, but they just have them for a later day.
And you can do that depending on the hair.
How you keep it fresh? Like a little
Shampoo it,
condition it.
Some people don't shampoo. They just take it off and keep it moving and put it back on. Like that's
And
not
there's
the
different
way
types
it
of
is.
wigs too. Like you hear what I'm saying? Like this is a wig I got on my head.
What?
It's a U-part wig though.
He
So I
said,
have a little bit of my hair out. Like she has a full lace wig, right? You know what I'm saying? So none of her hair is out. But me, I got a U-part. So I got a little bit of my hair up here and a little bit on the edges. And I put it on every day and I'm good to go. I'm out.
See that snatch back you did earlier?
Don't be trying to put
See, I don't say stuff because I don't know if it's all right to be like. So why you move it like that? I don't be know.
They adjusting.
I had this lady. I'm not a short dude, and so I was standing next to her, and I just happened to look down,
her wig,
and she was like, "Why you looking at the top of my head?" And I was just like,
I can't help
"You 5'2". Look, yes, I did see the little circle up there. What was I supposed to do?
But see, then you can get a better wig. That's the thing. If you're so self-conscious, get a better wig. Get you a silk closure.
Quit letting your daughter's friends
like just
do
invest in
your
something
hair.
better. Don't
But you know what's so crazy in this generation where because it used to be so taboo to wear extensions and wigs, and people knew that you had it in, and it's to the point where everybody. Like literally everybody wears extensions, and everyone still feels like there's a stigma against it, and they don't want no one to know. But then you do have a ton of people that they don't care; they'll rip it off right in front of you. But there's still a ton of people out there.
That's me too, girl.
I'm like, oh,
if you date me, you gonna date these braids because I'm looking like silly at night.
You know what? I'm done. I'm gonna at least wrap mine up in a silk scarf. You know what I'm saying? You know,
you finna wake up to them every now and then.
You trying to set it off real quick.
I actually had a client. Her husband has never seen her hair.
Yeah, I have clients like that.
I have clients like that. They
never
come and
seen
get
her
their
hair.
hair done, taken out, and put in the same day. Husband never seen
Actually,
their hair.
I have 3 clients like that. Their husband has never
They
seen
stay
her.
on point always.
Her husband actually showed up to bring her something one day, and we was just finished the breakdown, and he was not allowed to come in the room, and I had to go out to go get whatever she needed because she was like, no. And in my mind, how can you marry somebody and not know what they truly look like?
Yes.
Yeah,
Crazy.
Oh, you finna see these naps, these yanks, and
You know what?
I'm gonna go ahead,
They gonna see.
go ahead and throw my wife
Like,
up
you
under
gonna
the bus.
see
She
it.
tricked me when she been.
Like, at home, I'm mostly like
To death do us part.
I told her this, but when I first met
Some
her,
days I like to come home from work, snatch my wig off, and go like lay down.
I mean, that's what we do.
I like to do that, and if you with me, you're going to see that. It's like period.
yeah, when I met her, she had on a little thing, and
A what?
I don't know.
A look.
I
bonnet?
can't tell you what it was. No, it wasn't a bonnet. It was some hair, but it wasn't what grew out of her head.
A toupee?
Dang.
What was it? It was just sitting on the side.
Anyway, and she had on some contacts. I was like, dang, that girl got some pretty eyes.
But you ain't saying about the hair though.
I was like, yeah, that's a nice hairstyle right there.
Yeah, she had them Erics on.
And then she had the Erics, yeah. And then I mean, she's still a nice looking woman and everything, but still.
We talking about your wife, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what?
Look,
I'm
well,
good. We ain't supposed to be telling her secrets.
Huh? Ever try to find her styles? Like 5 of my clients, their husbands actually found me for them.
No, man, I'm not
Tell her
set
come
their
see me.
appointments
Yeah, I've
and
definitely
everything.
had husbands find
Tell
me.
her come see me. Come see me, girl. I got a
We-
pixie cut
we
for you.
thought
Husbands,
already.
I had somebody
boyfriends,
bring-
girlfriends.
Oh, she had a sew-in.
I
She
had
had
somebody
she had
bring
That's
a
okay.
sew-in.
When you take that
Um,
out, go ahead. Come see me.
Listen, I'm not gonna end up in a doghouse because my cousin said I'm gonna end up in a doghouse because I've told her all these things to herself. I told her moms. I tell these stories out anyway, so it ain't no secrets. It's not like this the first time she's hearing any of this stuff, so she don't care. Yeah, I was fat when she met me.
You gonna find out when you get home.
Nah. I was fat when she met me. I was like 250 pounds.
You was a little thick.
No shots.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
Hey man, it's a long time coming. Yes, baby, you are beautiful. Stop this nonsense. See all these hearts I just put in there for you, baby? That's all for you. Anyway, you see them hearts popping?
Dog
house.
right
them hearts.
The dudes,
See them
for
hearts
the dudes
popping up? I
come through
just
for the
did that.
ladies though, because I have a lot of dudes that coming through. Like, I actually had somebody bring their lady in for their birthday for a surprise, and she came in, she was like, "Damn, you're like she was lit," and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm making your birthday. I feel so good." I was like, "Dude, you're a keeper. You have to keep him. Like, you see how he's making your day
making
right
your
now?
whole day."
Yeah, so
He probably just did what Jason did and tried to get out the doghouse, but you out of it?
No, I'm learning that
I
a lot of men,
have husbands that bring their
or
wives.
husbands or boyfriends these days. They're very much interactive and they're trying to pay attention and they care about how their women look.
And they see girls and then they see different hairstyles on the line. They're like, I want my lady to look like this. I want to see this how this look on my lady.
True.
They choose
This is
color
what-
and everything.
Yeah,
from, like,
it's like they be in there picking wigs for their lady. Like, babe, I want to see you in this. Okay, I see
But
your
in my
style.
mind, I keep on thinking he really trying to create the woman that he wanted to cheat on you with. But
Oh,
he's
God.
trying to
I would rather.
man, what would you
But that's
Oh.
the thing. I would rather you create it on me.
Right.
Yeah, tweak me a
I
little
would
bit.
rather
Right.
you create it on me
I
than
can be
cheat on
every
me.
woman you want me to be. I can
want me
get
to-
out the blondie. I can get out the
Listen.
redhead. I can get out
Wigs
the
are
jet
every. Let me
black.
tell you something. Wigs are
Hello,
taking
I'm
over.
all
They
the
are.
woman you need, baby.
Hey,
I can be short and
I just can't
sassy,
be
long,
skinny. I
blonde,
can't
whatever
be
you need me to
skinny
be.
for you.
Mario hurting the game.
I'm different every other day.
Dudes was like, no. I just thought that looked nice on you. Not that didn't look like her.
So you want me to look like her?
But it keeps
Boy.
the attention. The switch up keeps the
I mean,
tension.
but that's
The-
that's
it's
the way to spice it
Variety.
up.
Like, he
Yeah.
had the same hairdo for the whole 5 years y'all together. He's like,
Damn, man.
I'm
You
trying
boring.
to see something different. Like,
Come on, ladies, get it
excite me a
together.
little
Switch it
bit.
up. Keep your swag
My
up.
girl Tia, her husband, his only request is just look groomed, and he prefers that she keep it simple, just looks nice, look natural, X, Y, and Z. And she likes to wear braids. And she's a stylist, so she braids her own hair. And if and when her edges start looking a little rough, he'll give her a hint. You call Mario, y'all not talking or something, like whatever. Yeah. and like it's if it don't look clean and neat to him, she can't walk around like that.
That's why I got.
I mean,
They
he
should
like, keep it together.
keep it together. Some women get complacent
My man gets
and they get lazy.
And that's when they start.
And
then start
next
wanting
thing
to
you know,
step their
right.
foot in the water a little
walk
bit. and
around
try to-
with-
Oh, my man, I do that regardless, but that's a whole nother show.
Hey, let me ask y'all this, because I heard that there was ladies at work I was telling them about this show, and they was talking about. Well, I asked the question like, why sometimes when you see a stylist, they hair be jacked, but
Oh, cause we don't have time. We too busy slaying them daily on our feet.
literally. You gonna see me in my little hat, and my wig might not be curled, but it's gonna be on.
But you know, when I step out,
yeah, you do.
yeah.
Other than
You
that,
do.
I don't never go to work
We
with my hair
busy.
combed.
Yeah, we gotta
Most
do, you know what I'm
hairstylists
saying?
were
You gotta
artistic,
do.
I be so
you ever
raggedy,
remember
they be
when
like,
you
you
was
dating
the art
me?
teacher at
I'm
school?
like, yeah,
Did they
this
ever
me.
look like groomed to you, the art teacher
No,
at
they
school?
was all dirty.
Yeah, that's how we always had that artistic look, that just unkept, don't care. We just expressing ourselves freely.
Yeah.
Do y'all look at those heads like? Have y'all ever looked at a head and was like, man, I just killed that. Let me take a picture.
Every
Every
time.
day.
Every
Okay.
time.
It's every
Everybody
hairstyle.
Not every, but I got a few. I'd be like, girl.
Like I did that. Like let me
You about to get
go
it.
home and take some selfies so I can
Almost
post it.
every video on my page when me recording somebody, I be like, hype, more hype. And I be like, bitch. They be like, she's so hyped. I be like, I'm just so ecstatic right now. Like,
Yes,
you know,
you
Because
be
it's
proud
like
of
an
your
accomplishment.
work.
You know what I'm saying?
I
When you
just
do good,
did that.
I just did
it's
that.
a walking billboard for you.
Literally. Literally.
That's why I don't like to send nobody out where I'm not comfortable with how you looking.
If you're not
I would
hype
say-
about your work, that's when people go home
Like,
and wash
like
their
you
hair
gotta
out.
be the most, the person that's
Like,
doing the
if
most for
I-
you. Like, you know
I'm
what?
the silent
Yo.
hype. I'm the more of snatch the cape off, walk away.
Yeah,
You know, like
you
you
is.
did now. You don't even worry about the
He is.
mirror.
You dropping the
I'm
mic
just-
on
yeah,
him.
I'm just
You
gonna let-
dropping the mic
I ain't
on
gonna say. I'm just gonna let everybody else tell you because as soon as you
He's
get
good
you
for
just
it.
You'll be
want.
like, oh, that looks so good. You be like,
So Mario don't be like, here you go, check that out.
No.
If
no,
like
I
I
just
don't get
take the clip and I
hyped, my
walk off.
clients be like, "What's wrong?"
And then I just wait
Something
for everybody
wrong?
to start complimenting
Like
them
they
and they scream
expect
and
me to
stuff.
get
Yeah.
hyped. Like be like, "Yes, oh my god, girl, yes, oh turn around." Like they expect that from me. So, but they don't get it. Like, what? Is something wrong? You ain't hyped. Like they expect that from me. But I don't. It's like when I'm tired, I don't really do it. I be like, "You cute." but like
Cute.
Like you real cute.
Cute.
Because
I
like
don't
for
even say
real,
that.
like I be like you cute because I be tired. I feel like I won't be able to
that
like.
last client, you be like, okay, look, I've been here for 13 hours.
Right.
Yeah, I've been on my feet all
Ankles
day.
is swollen.
I be like, listen, I know I ain't
Fingers
hot,
is
but
burnt.
you cute.
Like, how
Face
look,
is
it's
greasy.
straight.
You cute.
I know,
He's
you know the ones that
Somebody gonna want to hit it.
Huh?
You know, you have those clients who have the same hairstyle for years, and you finally get them to try something new,
And they don't like it.
Yeah, they don't like it, and it's not so much they don't like it; they're concerned about how he is going to perceive
I'm
it.
like, go home
Yeah.
and let him see it. If he don't like it, come back. We gonna change it up. We gonna fix it.
Oh, then
9
you
times,
get the emojis
10
and
out of 10.
everything.
Then,
Oh my
girl,
gosh.
he let it so much.
But
Get
that-
the
there's
whole-
a-
Eggplant.
the whole
Eggplant.
spiel.
Yes.
They like the switch
That
up.
part.
Hey man, y'all crazy. Hey, look, y'all already know where to find them. I appreciate all y'all for coming out. I had a good time. Like I said, these 2 hours go real fast, man. Like I said, I appreciate you, Damien, Mario, Tiana. I got that right this time. And you too, Jazz. And once again, always, Mailman Moby, I appreciate you for coming on through.
Yes, sir.
Like I said, I'm mad that did nobody shoot their shot at you today, man. It's unfortunate, but
Straight
it's
out
not,
the bottoms, lady.
you still got
What that mean?
you still got 2 minutes to shoot your shot. 478-569-6474. I'm just kidding. Like I said, we will be back March 19th, I believe. That is the next Monday that we will be on the show. We got another great show planned for you. We probably will get to the things not to say after sex topic. But like I said, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Like I said, if you hadn't shared it, go ahead and share this.
I know I'm over here running things through my head like.
Just tell me one.
Where you learn that at?
You know what?
Well,
Is that it?
Where you learn that at?
My boy wasn't
that
lying.
it?
No.
My boy,
No,
I
that
had-
is what it is. That it?
No,
Just don't be
I
like
had a
Damien. Be like,
friend-
you cute.
Yo, Uber
He
here.
gonna be like, what you mean, bro? What that mean?
Yeah,
What that mean?
Yo, Uber here.
What that mean?
I forgot to take my pill.
I
Oh
almost choked on a drink, dog.
I'm sorry, love. I had to.
Hey.
She called me right in the gulping moment. 'Cause I was so sneaky at that.
Not the go.
Not the go.
Right in
Gulping,
the-
like it was right there.
Yeah.
It was right there.
You know what? You play too much. I ain't playing with him.
Hey man, y'all take it easy. We'll catch y'all next time. 7 to the Slickville, and we out.
The biggest station in the world, playing all of today's hits. You're listening to Instinct Radio.